adventurers, and welcome to the 160th episode of Dirty 20, an evening of laughter, drama, and adventure. We call it D&D Podcast, as I your dungeon master for the evening, and once again I'm joined by my colourful cast of characters. We don't have Jay with us today, unfortunately, as he is gallivanting away in Italy right now. I think he's on his way. I think he's coming back today, right?
I believe so.
But he'll be here for Monday's game, I believe. I think he said so, right?
Yeah.
So before we jump into the game, we're going to do our round of shout-outs and stuff. So I guess we will kick things off. I brought up Monday, so we might as well kick off with Natural Wonders.
Talking about Mondays, have you heard about the Star Wars TTRPG by Fantasy Flight Games, Edge of the Empire? Well, we play it at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's GMT now. Don't get caught out. We're going back. Be ready for that. It's me, it's Ewan, it's Sam, it's Jay, a couple of other buddies who also stream on Twitch and other channels. And it's good fun. We just hit episode 50 over there. And I am interested to see how tomorrow goes because the party are sitting in front of a Star Destroyer right now.
Wow.
Is it going back to GMT? Isn't that in like October?
I thought it was, because that's what you guys told me last week.
What?
I was like, it's BST, and you guys were all like, nah, it's GMT now, Mitch.
I never said that.
Maybe I dreamt that.
Mitch,
It might be BST.
You might have, I feel like you might have dreamt that.
Maybe I
Mitch,
dreamt
you
that.
forgot about the planets with your face on them.
There's planets with my face on them, and they explode, and then there's a bit of me everywhere.
Okay, well, I am really quickly
once
gonna slick away from that. Sam?
Yeah, Sam JKP, YouTube and Twitch, play Pokemon, streamed last night, give some gaffs. Come watch, it's a good time. My face on planets too. Come, follow. Come.
Coom.
Just come.
That's me.
Goodness.
I'm streaming in like August at this point, so just go and check it out. There's a few funny clips on there, not much else at the moment, but hey, in August we'll start back up again. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I'll surprise you all.
Is anyone way to find out?
Oh.
Be there.
That is very true. Of course, we also have our Discord, where we post about updates about the game, other fun little things and events, when we've done Q&As in the past, and all the little handouts and maps that these guys get to see. That is the central place where you can see them as well. So if they ever refer to a map, it'll probably be on there. So I do highly recommend that you join that to get the full experience. I think that's it. Does anyone else have anything to shout out before we begin? Alright, I guess in that case then, let's delve into today's episode of Dirty 20.
Oh, please help me, I'm so afraid. Please, cry for help.
And welcome back. So, previously on Dirty 20, having journeyed to Shrazkist to stop the raids along the Dafid border, you, Ferra Carta, found it to be a disparate and boggy land. The stories of Thrisk did little to describe the true nature of the swamps. After being found by members of the Basque Grindle Gorgers, you were led to their home. Here, their matriarch spoke to you and demanded, before she could hold a truce, that she required proof that Bia had blessed you. This would come in the form of slaying a sacred beast, one that only could be killed if Bia truly wished it. Guided through the boglands, you came upon the destruction left in its wake, leading back to a marshy clearing. Spotting alligators among the water, you investigated, but after disturbing the water, it gushed as a huge monstrous toad emerged from the depths, the legendary Frogometh. Using its tendrils, it pulled many of you into its grasp, even devouring both Eredhel and Gaiac, the latter who came dangerously close to death. But after a hard-won fight, it was slain. Taking a piece as evidence, you returned to the Basque. The proof was enough for the matriarch, as she began a ritual with spices and herbs, creating colourful images that formed into visions. You saw a mammoth of a humanoid standing within an Aarakocra temple, a shadowed tendril killing the remaining few. At its heart, a multicoloured object, with the promise of helping, the blessing of Bia, and the hope of a better future for the Slixel. She agreed to talk to the other Basques and push for a truce with the humans, at least for now. You knew that in order for it to be a permanent peace, the beryl stolen from their lands would need to be returned, but for now it was a victory. As Alistair let the Oracle advisor to the king know of their success, Gaiac bid another farewell to Rai, as you came together for another teleport. In a flash of lightning, you were gone. The swamp, its smells and dangers, hundreds of miles away to the north, as you appetited in the warm and spacious top floor of Sindri's tower. And so, that is where we are gonna pick up this week. As you take the seconds to adjust to the post-teleport disorientation, the sound of footsteps echo from the stairway. The familiar, tall, golden, pale-skinned Sindri emerges.
Keith. Visceral reaction.
Welcome
Sorry, I just threw up in my mouth.
home. I assume by the stench you did not clean yourselves before teleporting. Please try to refrain from getting mud on the floor. What do you wish to do?
Take my muddy boots and walk.
Just
onto the
imagine
floor.
Gaiac like stamping his little claws, like wiping it on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I am definitely going to be making a stealthy effort to make sure that I get as much mud as possible on this floor.
I guess I'm gonna step forward. Sindri. It's nice to see you again.
It is beneficial to see you alive and well.
We were wondering if we might be able to talk.
I had expected a conversation that... I expected you wished to have one. Perhaps we should take this to another space, then, if you are not on your way immediately.
I'm gonna kind of turn around to the rest of the group. Kind of, we have 2 days, shall we?
I mean,
I think
that's
so.
why we teleported here, wasn't it?
All right, lead the way.
And he will do so. So, You obviously know the kind of that top floor with the teleportation circle in the centre, the numerous doors that lead out to other areas. You can see that one that still appears to have some kind of like warding magic on it, where the door looks to have been like broken. But he will lead you towards one of those doors, which you have been through before. Yeah. So, he is going to take you towards the door, which you know is engraved with the symbol of a triangle, and has the Stellarian text that reads "Embrace." As he passes through the doorway, you would be able to see that. I was just checking it was the right room. You can see the octagonal sort of ballroom space. There is another table that's kind of like lined up again. Last time you were here, you were sat at this table. A plethora of different foods of various origins, many of which are familiar to each of you. They seem real enough. They certainly smell real enough as the scents hit your nostrils as the door opens, and he steps through the threshold into the room, and heads up towards the top of the table, and kind of makes to sit down at the edge, the head of the table with the longest chair. What do you do?
You gonna take a seat?
Yep.
Sure. Head in. As you sit down, the table seems to be set for all of you as you take your seats. Please be my guest. I take it you've not had a warm meal in some time.
Not unless you.
But I don't have all day, unfortunately. It is late for perhaps you, but I am certainly still very busy.
We won't waste your time then. From.
I would be appreciative of that. Yes.
From what we've heard, from what you spoke with Storm about, it seems as though we can come to some sort of agreement. From what I understand, you might have some information that might be useful to us.
Perhaps. It would depend on what you would find useful, I suppose. I have contacts. What is it that you seek?
I believe it's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Golden Empire has known about the Illithids before all
Yeah.
this happened. And the Golden
They
Empire.
are an entity known to our people, yes.
Yes. So it only stands to reason that the Golden Empire would have more information about them than us. Am I correct in thinking that?
That would be a logical belief. Aye.
And if they have this information, I think it stands to benefit everyone here on this table that if they have any information that could help us in our fight against the Illithid threat, that we should be allowed to have said information.
I understand what you're saying. Perhaps to you, that is a flawless, logical perspective. However, to certain individuals within various elements of my government, they do not wish to see dangerous information fall into rather barbaric hands. There is support I can lend, and I know of certain pieces of information myself that I can pass to you, but to request the most contained secrets, that would be dangerous, and could spell destruction for my people as well. That is what I have been informed to tell you.
Why don't you give us
Sorry, go ahead.
an overview, without going into any details that might jeopardize your land, how much information exactly you have? If you give us information that we already know, then this is somewhat a waste of time already.
Well, to put it bluntly, your information is... You are beginning to learn information that my people learned a long time ago. I can surmise by stating that, and I do hope this is not a breach of security, my government does have a division. It is referred to as the DPR, the Division of Psionic Regulation. It is derived from historical researches into psionic potential. There were some problematic developments within this section of the government, and psionic research and those affiliated with it were outlawed from the Empire. And, as such, the Division of Psionic Regulation was developed to keep this continuous, to prevent further psionic research, and to contain those that, again, are affiliated with it. As you can imagine, there are dangerous pieces of information within that division. And my government does not trust the intention of yours.
What sort of thing were they researching exactly?
Unfortunately, I am not permitted to say much, but what I can inform you is that a number of potential leads were followed regarding psionic capabilities. Some of those leads following mysterious entities that perhaps have such abilities that could potentially be harnessed.
Like illithids?
That is a conclusion you could draw. But again, all such research was destroyed and outlawed. And there are reasons for this. what I contacted your, and he kind of gestures to Storm, companion, about was a certain lead, perhaps, that you may find interesting. But I will consider all of this information as another favor that you owe me.
And that's all?
That is all. But be sure not to rack yourself up quite too much of a debt.
I mean, I'm pretty sure saving the world would take away some of the debt, but, you know.
How terribly human of you.
Oh, wow.
What did you say?
What did you say?
I am what you say.
This is true. I must agree with you there. Believe me on this, if nothing else. My government is not worried about this incursion.
So, the Empire has nothing to lose.
I'm pretty sure they know how to defeat the Illithids, so whether they destroy us, it's not really... They don't really care.
Understandable.
The politics are a little more complicated than that. My government believes that the threat, if successful on your continent, will undo itself within the next century or so, though unfortunately a little late for your current inhabitants. That is why we believe we have the luxury of controlling these negotiations.
So when you say a favor,
Yes.
it's rather a vague term.
I prefer to keep my promises vague.
Perhaps we should agree on some terms of this favor. I don't know exactly what you might ask for, but if there was a situation where you would ask us to lie for you, to perhaps even kill someone for you, that could be deemed as a favor. But if that favor is at serious detriment to our goals or us as individuals, then I believe that it's not quite a fair exchange.
To quote your human associate here, you are trying to save the world and you are worried about personal goals.
Well, we are human.
Do not worry. I'm not interested in preventing your personal aspirations. I'm aware of your personal influences. Are these acceptable terms to you?
I can only speak for myself, but I don't see why not.
It is not unlike you have already accepted a favor.
What do we think?
Like Alistair said, I will accept this favor as long as this favor doesn't go against our goal or anyone else's in this group's personal goals. I'm willing to accept that.
then for the time being, it would seem that we have an arrangement. Very well. I shall inform you first of the information that I have been given. So, after conferring with my contacts, I do have information that I believe would be of interest to you. An elf by the name of Eredhel, Emily. A lead researcher in the psionic division several centuries ago. He was engaged in many taboo experiments and eventually expelled from the academy and banished from the empire. However, the division of psionic regulation are aware that he has recently settled here on the coast. Our last contact with him was around 30 years ago, when he claimed he was going to bring something to the empire that would be worthy of his reinstatement in the academy. We have not heard from him since. He is a dangerous individual, and the DPR reports indicate that he was part of some morbid experiments. That said, he is likely to be the only true living expert on the illithid that the Empire know of. The report suggests that when we last had contact, he was living out of a ruined village along the borders of the Schlixel. I do hope that your diplomatic introductions, if you do visit this individual, are better than when you met me. I am a temperate and disciplined person, but Eredhel is not. Take care not to become one of his experiments. If he is even still alive.
I take it what you said about him, does that mean he was a part of the DPR? Is that what you're saying?
The DPR was created after these experiments happened, and when the psionic division was shut down.
What sort of experiments?
Given that he is an expert on illithid, I assume you could probably surmise.
He was experimenting on them.
From what I am told, that is certainly how it began. That is the most useful information that I can give to you.
Do you happen to know his exact location? Somewhere along the border?
We have a general idea. I certainly can pinpoint you to the location.
I mean, that would be useful, if you could.
Is there anything else? I do hope your food was to your liking.
I mean, I'm not the best at this, but can I do an insight check? Just to see if he's maybe there's more he could be telling us, but he won't.
Kensei's just angrily staring at the food.
No, 6. Well, actually, it's an 8 because of my thing, but it's still low.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a hard person to read. He's such a hard person to read.
Mm-hmm. Food is lovely. Thank you very much.
Have you considered my offer regarding Imperial intervention.
We have considered it, yes, and we have considered
Oh.
neglecting.
I see. Well, I cannot say that I am surprised by your decision of autonomy, but I do not favor your chances.
If that's everything. I'm gonna stand up.
Alright, he kind of looks around the tables to see if anyone else has anything to say.
Can I do a sweep of the room that we're in and just see if anything catches my eye? Or
Sure.
anything that
Roll a
looks
perception
different
check.
from the many times we've been here?
Yeah.
Perception. 24.
24. I mean, the room looks marginally different. Maybe like a few things changed here and there in terms of the decoration, but nothing that kind of stands out to you in any significant way, I suppose.
Okay.
The decor's a little different. That's probably about it.
Cool.
You warned us not to become one of his experiments. What... How would that happen? Is he the sort of person to...
The remaining information that we have on him is that his expulsion from the Empire substantially reduced his sense, shall we say. We are aware that he has been conducting mutacious experiments. That is all that we know.
So he's insane.
I suppose that is a matter of perspective, but is certainly dangerous.
Right. Thank you, Sindri.
If you do change your mind, I am here to discuss the terms of potential Imperial support.
I'm sure you are.
He'll stand and kind of just wave his hand towards the door, and it opens to the teleportation room. What do you wish to do?
Are we done here, or anyone want to ask anything?
Not to
Guess
him.
we just head on out then. We got stuff to do, things to collect.
Stuff to steal.
Alright. Okay. So, you're just heading straight up Sindri's tower.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you head down the staircase, winding down the several floors, you eventually come to that kind of front entrance, and you know where it's got that kind of shimmering, slightly, mostly opaque doorway at the front of his tower, and you step through, and I'll say that you're able to get through the gate as it opens automatically for you, and you are back out onto the streets of Deep Bay.
Stick fingers up at the letterbox.
As charming as ever.
If he is calm and disciplined, then makes me wonder what other people from the Golden Empire are like.
If we lost as well, or did you exit by mistake?
I think Sam is having a little bit of issue, yeah. Oh,
Oh, internet. I see.
Yeah,
You're
my
back,
internet.
you're
I
back, you're
think
back.
it's back now. Okay. Hello.
Hello. So now that that is done, and it's another thing to consider, what should we do next?
decent lead, yes.
Should we go to the shop?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of stuff that will help a few people in this party.
Just quickly, he did say this Luxel, right?
Yes, you
Is
did.
that
Yes.
where we just were?
Yes.
Unfortunately,
This is exactly where we just were.
Fucker. He made us come here for face-to-face talk.
I also know the ruined village in that region, and it is the one that I was warning us about, but I don't know if that is the only ruined village.
All he wanted to do was make us waste resources. Petty and annoying. I'm starting
I
to see
know.
what you see in him,
Muted
guy.
you in.
We should be charging commission for our services.
Yes, he should. He can pay the teleportation cost next
For
time.
spell. We should be charging them spell components.
Yes. With interest. Anyway, let's go.
Things!
So
Shiny
if you
things!
step out the tower into the streets of Deep Bay. I have not got the map set up actually. We should do that now.
I do like Deep Bay.
It's a pretty folk city.
Oh, you're still on the start screen as well. Whoops.
Yeah.
I always forget about that.
Sounds good.
All right, here we are. So I'm going to put this on the combat map just briefly so that we can have a little look-ski at the map for anyone that may not have seen it before.
What's the blue circle?
That's our
Blue
house.
circle.
Oh
Oh yes, yeah. So, you are currently appearing from Sindri's Tower over here in Coppertop. So, as you get out into the streets, you notice it's fairly quiet. You're not really surprised though, as it is currently midnight.
Wow.
As you step out, I mean the cover of the trees perhaps may have made it feel like it could have been night when you were in the swamp. And there are no windows in Sindri's Tower that show you the outside. So as you step out, this is the first time seeing really the sky properly for a couple of days now. It is midnight, and the cold air feels warmer. Surprisingly, when you first came to Deep Bay, the sheer wind and just the coastal breeze made it feel very chilly. But as spring is beginning to set in, you also have just returned from the freezing north, and even the swamps had biting cold nights. So here in Deep Bay, it feels almost temperate by comparison. But the streets are fairly empty at this time of night, certainly in Coppertop, which, as you pass through, you recall being mostly almost shanty-like, very kind of tightly packed buildings, small, likely where most of the physical labour force work, the miners and whatnot. With that in mind, what would you like to do now that you're in the city? You wanted to go to the shop, but you would be very much aware that at this time of night the building will be closed. You would know that.
I suppose should we just head back to the manor?
Yes, just get some rest and then go first thing in the morning.
Good.
Any objections?
No, I would very much like a rest. I still haven't rested since being swallowed.
Oh, yes.
Ah, yes.
Oh
I was
yes,
hoping
that
to
was pretty horrifying.
Erase that from my mind.
Oh,
Have you checked
What
if you
was it
have all of your
like?
parts?
Well, my hearts.
Yes, like you didn't get a finger or a toe.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I do a quick check of everything. Everything's still there. Full house.
Well, you definitely had your butthole, that's for sure.
Look, I was
Something in the
unconscious. I
mouth.
can't control what you didn't see. That's not my fault.
You wiggled in my face.
I was unconscious.
You wiggled in my face.
Perhaps
You
we
don't
could,
know this?
perhaps we could swing by a tavern, grab a barrel or a cask or something, and
What,
take that home.
Drink our sorrows away.
what is it Aria
Sounds
called
good.
it? A bev?
A bev.
Bev.
A bev. We are going to have bevs, yes.
Beverage.
I would say a bevy with the boys.
A
Let us go
Ferra
get
Carta.
drinks
Damn it.
and head home.
Alright. So, fucking hell, it's been such a long time, I've forgotten what's in this bloody city. Give me 2 seconds whilst I get that
Head to like
information
the
up.
Wayfinder's Rest or something quickly and grab something just to drink.
The Wayfinder's Rest is on the other side, but I
It's
mean,
on the way.
it's not too far. Deep Bay, as you remember, is
Okay.
is like in terms of like landmass, it's one of the smaller cities that you've been to. Even Sill City was bigger than this, just in sheer size. But where Sill City was more spread out with buildings, this is much more crammed together, packed with buildings that weave inside of the cliff sides. And you know that there is like a network of buildings underneath the exchange, referred to as Undercliff. And so, like, it's much more densely packed. So, you're able to head up in that direction. Are you specifically deciding to go to Wayfinder's Rest?
Is
it's
there a
away.
closer one? Or
Let me check.
it's kind of like the one we've been
Into
to
the
before.
I
mine.
believe it might be. I mean, there's a lot of smaller. There's a lot of like smaller kind of bars and taverns along the way. They're just not like the ones that are kind of signified on the map are the most prominent ones. The ones that are like, you know, if you go to London, for example, you know, and they might go that there's a specific pub or bar that is like that's the one. You know, you might see it on brochures, whereas you might not see the old King's collarbone on there.
The King's collarbone, yeah. The old
Shakespeare's
King's
left
collarbone.
Old faithful.
Famous
Yeah, so
pub,
I suppose if we see just anywhere to buy it, just a barrel
Sure.
of booze or something, take it back to the house.
Sure, we'll say that. We'll say as you're kind of passing through Coppertop, there's one open. It's a fairly small, dimly lit place as you head inside. It's almost got like almost like the interior of a ship. It looks like they've designed it almost to kind of
Sick.
look like the interior of a ship's hull.
Sick.
As you head in, and the flooring slightly curves on one side, but you're not sure if that's an intentional design or if they're following the curvature of the cliff behind it. There's a couple of patrons in there, most of them kind of like dirty with like ash or soot across their skin. They're probably miners based on their get-up as well. As they kind of go through a couple of drinks on various tables, you can head up to the bar and buy some beveroonies if you'd like. Is there anything in particular you want to get?
Beveroonies.
Just some ale and maybe a bottle of wine.
Oh
Demon
yeah,
Star.
bottle of wine. Go on.
Oh, just
Okay.
some ale.
I go over to the miners and ask them if they're old enough to be drinking here.
One of them takes their pickaxe and guts you with it.
Zuko's there.
Tears it across, and Zuko dies right there and then.
Oh dear.
I see.
Yeah, but no,
Oh,
just
goddamn
a
airhead.
barrel of ale and a couple bottles of wine. Just take it back, just so we have
Sure.
some stuff at the house.
A few barrels of ale, did you
No,
say?
a barrel or a cask
Uh-huh.
or something, and then a couple
Yeah,
of
sure.
bottles of wine.
Okay. In which case then, let's say, as you go up, you get you go up and ask for the drink. So a barrel is slammed on the table. It is a barrel of odd man's ale, and it will be 5 silver for the whatever you just used, the cask. There we go. And then a bottle of wine. You'll get Sam Fry's number 7.
Oh.
Puts it on, and that'll be, I believe, we'll go with. I love that I'm turning all the way around for my DM screen now. We'll go for 4 more silver pieces on
So
that.
9 silver pieces in total. I'll just plop a gold on the table and keep the change. That's for you, good sir.
Oh.
I'll take this into
Cheese!
just scoop it up. I'll ask Alistair to just put it in the bag I hold him for now.
Okay, he will be able to shove it in there. Come on now. Who's now?
I just raised. Oh my god! Fuck's sake!
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Talking of Alistair, where's Alistair gone? I can't see him on Roll20.
He's having mic issues.
He's having
Ah,
like
He's
this.
having some
see.
He's having a
problems.
Trying to figure that out.
Sí, problemos.
So, what would you like to do?
Let's head back to the estate
Yeah,
or
let's-
whatever
yeah.
the manor.
Drink
you're
in
the
the
one- your
cold,
one.
dark, gloomy
Yes, our
estate.
one.
Yeah, okay.
If we're going to fix it up, eventually,
With what?
There we go, I think that's it.
with stuff,
Yes,
That's-
we'll get designer in.
has been paid for, or maybe not paid for.
I didn't realise that you were a designer, Zuko.
No, I said we'll hire one. I'm not. I've lifted
Oh,
a
I'm
cloud
guessing
my whole life.
you're paying for that, right?
We'll be one day we'll be in a better situation to worry about that.
We don't need a designer when we have me. Okay.
Interesting.
Remember, I designed your costumes for Ferra Morty.
It's very true.
I had not seen them. I was not around.
Oh, I will need to design one for you, Zuko, for the next time.
That sounds fantastic. Do you still have the old ones? Perhaps you could all do a fashion show for me later.
Well, they were torn to shreds, unfortunately. because we were
Unfortunately,
fighting.
they were destroyed by a giant demon, but
I would ask how and why, but of course they were. That makes
It would only happen to us as well.
Does
On
that
a
happen
specific day of a festival.
every year, or is that a one-off experience?
Hopefully
One-off.
I think we'd like to say it was a one-off experience, but knowing our luck.
It's almost as if there's somebody out there who really has it in for us and is planning these events just
It's a
fuck
little
with
uncanny.
us.
I never wondered how
You
we
hear the
got
sound of
tied up.
thunder above as you watch a flash of light streak through the sky as a storm begins to
The
form.
gods truly hate us.
Have you ever wondered how it
And
was?
immediately you just hear this as a massive downpour of water just runs all across you, but only seems to be happening in the spaces that you are occupying.
Yeah, that checks out.
It's like a personal shower. I
Aw.
had so much swamp
Good
mud in
back.
my hair. Quite honestly, this is the perfect situation to be in right now.
I imagine he's like blinking and like, oh,
we are all
wiping.
covered in swamp gunk, so wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, you do actually watch as like the water that runs off you is like this thick, muddy brown as it courses down the side of the streets and into like the sewer drains. At least it's a wash.
Kensei undoes his ponytail to wring his hair out.
Oh no! He's hurt!
Oh my goodness, it's like the sexiest thing you've ever seen. He does like a little hair flick in the rain.
Literally, you know
His
that.
clothes are soaked, so it's just like showing the vague shape of his muscles.
You know that bit. Is it Grown Ups 2 where they're watching that show and they're all at the back like, and it pans across them whenever I pop a dollar bill. That whenever Kensei does anything remotely hot, all of us are
Yep.
just staring at him like,
Yeah.
I think it's completely unintentional. He's just wringing out his hair. But
Yeah.
it looks to you like it
He
looks
doesn't
he's
even
turned
realise.
back to his chest because of the
Yeah.
water. Because his hair's undone, it looks like a L'Oreal advert.
listen, Jack, it's ingrained in all of our minds now. It has to be canon, else none of us are going to be happy about it.
It's true. This is why we need fan art. We need somebody to do sexy Kensei in the rain.
Challenge
God.
given community, make it happen.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
After a
you're
quick
heading back to
sim
your
for
fortress.
Kensei.
Yes.
Okay, so winding through the streets up towards the rise, you pass through the gates as your technical lordship here is acknowledged. They know who you are. I mean, even if you weren't of that caliber, your group very much stands out. As you head through the kind of upper class marketplace of the rise, following the curvature of the cliffside stacks as you wind up towards your manor, you're able to make your way through that first courtyard and into the second, and then finally into this massive building that belongs to you. You not really have much of a chance of staying here beyond a couple of days, if that. But you are back in your very dark, damp fortress.
Yum.
We'll say that you come into that main atrium area. There's a few places to explore in here, but you've kind of been through most of the building. It is severely lacking a lot of furnishings, but you kind of get the impression of some of the purposes of the rooms. What would you like to do as you arrive back?
As we walk in, I'm gonna take my old bow that I don't use anymore, that I realise I still have on me, and mount it on the wall, and just be like, decorations.
Property claimed. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Has Alistair been here before?
No, this is your first time. You walk in and suddenly you're like, we've got a house, by the way. We're on the property ladder now, by the way.
That's it. We're set in line.
So, by the way, Alistair, we're landlords now.
Campaign 1.
Very nice property.
Very
Just
well.
needs a little love.
I'm going to start making a...
Quite a while.
Oh, sorry.
She's a bit
It's
of
an
a
abandoned house, pretty much, that we've
Bit
just
of a
taken over.
fixer-upper.
Sorry, Alistair, you've got a mortgage now.
Alistair, you're a lord of Deep Bay.
I wonder how your father would feel about that.
I really wish I knew that's why I was speaking to my father. That would have been very useful to tell
You
him.
could rub that in.
It's fine if the whole being heir to a religious organization doesn't work out. You have a fallback plan here.
That's not working out at the moment, so I can...
Then here we go.
It just needs, a little sweeping, a little dusting, and then we need to get some stuff in. It'll be good. It'll be really nice.
Is it normal for mainlander lords to all gather under one house and live together?
I imagine
I'm
in
not
some
sure.
circles it's very common.
I guess it depends. Yes. I mean, it's
The ways of your nobility really do baffle me sometimes, but
it's not common knowledge as far as I'm concerned. But then we're not a common party.
I'm going to start making a fire, if nobody already has.
I am gonna spend as much time as I can, just with the help of shape water and mending, and just go around and kind of just neaten things up and just dust and sweep.
Yeah, sure. You can clean up the floor. As you use shape water on the ground, you watch what looks at first to be like these dark basalt tiles are actually made of a fairly grey, light grey marble. As you wash the water across, you're like, this place is filthy. Using mending to try and repair some of the windows that have been boarded up. Like, this place is definitely a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
Definitely been out of commission for quite some time and been collecting dust. As you go into a few rooms, you see like some scattering of debris and a few rats and other small mammals kind of scarpering away and trying to escape as you go through the house and the fortress even and try to get a bit of a look at it.
Bedroom's been claimed yet in his house?
Not
formally,
not
no.
entirely. Like, you
Alistair
guys
finds
barely
the biggest
was here.
bedroom and then just claims it as his own.
You've not even
I mean,
been
you could
here.
try.
That's not fair.
I'm going to call bullshit on that. We are going to have a democratic vote on who gets what room.
Doesn't matter, I've already claimed it, it's mine.
I say
Actually,
we
I
fight
spat on
to
it,
the
so it's
death.
mine.
Yes, I licked it last time we was here. I licked the door handle.
You want to
Amber
fight,
Heard
you want to
Alistair's
fight a
room?
cleric.
The only fair way to judge who gets the rooms is whoever's the strongest gets the first pick.
Oh, you
Seems-
would
There's
love
the
that.
girl.
Owen.
There's the woman who literally failed at Battle Royale.
I think we
Oh.
should do. I think we should do the person who can jump the highest.
I agree with that. I'm taking
Kayak,
it
somehow
off.
you will lose.
Psionic
You still
Claymore
Really?
pulled
Okay,
out from
no.
behind.
Battle Royale, here we go,
Eredhel.
2.0.
Hang on, hang on,
Let's
hang on.
Let's see how you like.
Hey, wait, hold on, I haven't.
Eredhel.
Frantically makes the whole
Battle Royale 2.0, let's go.
in the building.
Alright, you guys. Just, I don't even care. Just, everyone go pick a room you like the look of.
I shotgun Aria.
We were having some noise complaints by the neighbours.
I do actually say that, by the way. I'm gonna wink at Aria. Let.
What did you say? Sorry,
I
missed
said
that.
I said I shotgun Aria's
Oh
room.
my fucking god!
What the hell just happened?
what just happened?
Dude, what?
Whoa, why is this so chaotic?
Oh!
Oh!
He said, "Is there room for me?"
And with that, our
Where's my
Oh,
Double
wow.
fingers.
That is the best.
They are literally attacked by
I'm
cubes.
sorry, all of a sudden they
Oh
were just
my
at my
God.
feet.
Oh,
Right, fuck off.
I feel bad
No.
about staying
No.
right in front of the puppies now.
Getting back. What are you doing?
Mate,
This is premium content.
we got puppers on.
I'm
on
sorry,
camera.
guys. I just felt them at my feet, and I just freaked out because something was just touching me. So I bashed the desk with my knee, and then nearly kicked them. Oh my god!
That's amazing.
All I can think of now is Anchorman.
If you look very carefully at our viewers, they doubled very briefly there.
Sheesh, sorry about that.
Oh.
My goodness. Okay. Anyway.
Oh,
I mean, how
dear
many
me.
bedrooms are there actually in total?
Enough.
Is it there's enough for
Enough.
one each?
Look, okay.
So you're just
It's
I've had-
72 bedrooms, 4
I've had a lot
kitchens.
of things I've had to prepare,
I
alright?
believe, if I remember correctly, there was a bit of a roost in the top of the tower that Gaiac was interested in. Is that
yes.
right?
Yes, I would prefer a room that was higher
I
up.
think it's
There
fair
was
to give Kayak that room.
also a library type space that Storm was pretty keen on.
Yes. I think so.
Yes, I like books.
Yes, we know
You nerd.
Is there a room that has a balcony?
I would assume so. I've not checked all of them.
I mean, yeah, there are rooms with balconies. I'd say that most of them do have.
Most of
Why?
them
Balconies.
have
Are
Are
balconies.
you going to be performing ballads out of your window every night?
No, I just like to watch the stars.
I think the stars are lovely.
Yes.
Remember, I am the one who healed you. I'll just say that.
Out of character. I have an ability that if I roll well, it gets me onto 1 hit point, so I can't be taken down. So I don't need
I also,
you, bitch.
I also have cure wounds.
You will still be on 1 hit point.
I'm fine.
Everyone go and claim a room.
I claim the
I
biggest
thought
one
we were all
for-
going to
so
stay
just-
in the living room. I thought we were gonna sleep over.
I
So
think
We're
if
going to
people
camping
want to
and
have a
room.
sleepover, we can have one. If people want their own space, they can have their own space.
I mean, there are no actual beds in this place right now, right? It's just.
Is there a bath in here?
There's barely any furnishing. There's like a couple of bed frames, and that's about it. And there's what was that? There's like very little furnishing.
Aria, could you use shape water to make water in the shape of a bath?
It would take me probably like 5 hours because I can only do tiny little cubes.
Ah.
I can create you a gallon of water if we have some sort of bath sized
We
container.
can use the barrel. We can drink everything in the barrel and then use that.
I like that plan.
I literally have a spell called Precipitation that will clean us.
No, I want a
Would it make
bath.
us Feel clean. Alistair? Would you
We
truly
won't
feel clean?
Okay.
Oh, it's actually 10 gallons of water. Fucking hell.
All right, let's get drinking first. We might, because we're going to stink of booze before we get clean. So
Skull!
Get the barrel and the bottle of wine out of the bag of holding from Alistair.
I don't have a bag of holding.
Oh, who has
Still.
the bag of holding?
Aria
still?
does.
Got it.
Aria. Okay, sorry, I just default back to Alistair there. So yeah,
That's fine.
grab it out.
Alright.
Enjoy. Crack the cask open and start dishing out ale.
Very nice.
Yep.
All right, yeah, you pass the booze around.
Is there a floor
I'm just gonna
plan?
say, what was that? Sorry.
Sorry, no, you were talking.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna say that you like there are. I'm gonna say there are cups in this place for you to drink out of.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could cup your hand.
Bit by hand.
Yeah,
what
we
were
could
you-
have a contest, see who can drink the most. Just like bend over the barrel.
What is this? An
Okay, yeah,
American
I'll-
high school
Next time.
movie.
This is the high school episode.
Chug, chug, chug.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's actually true. They always have filler episodes
They do.
right up leading before a big event.
Uh-huh.
This is it. This is the beach
This is
episode.
very...
Actually, you already had your beach episode, to
We
be
did,
honest.
yeah.
Sorry, what were you actually going to ask?
Is there a floor? Do you have a floor plan for this place, or is it just theatre of the mind?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. There is the beginnings of a floor plan.
Cool.
I can tell you roughly where things are.
Right.
But if I get the other one up, I don't know if I've.
Just so I can have a visual.
Give me 2 seconds as I check for something.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything you want to do in like the 2 minutes it might.
A roll 2 can drink the most in one go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Con saves.
Con saves, everyone. Who gets
Looking at
drunk?
all of you,
Before I
like,
start drinking, I'm gonna guide it. No, it's a save. I can't. Fuck. Oh.
Does anyone have resistance? Then you can use it
Hey,
then.
got a 20.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
actually, I do
Fucking
have.
hell.
I rolled
I do
better
have
than the
resistance.
barbarian who
I'm
has
finally a
20.
real Viking.
I'm gonna cast resistance. I forgot I had
Wait,
this.
I have resistance as well.
Oh.
I'm gonna fucking use it as well.
Oh, you've already rolled it.
Using magic to help you drink booze.
Cheaters.
It's
Oh,
gonna
guys, you
you.
distracted me. I haven't even found it now.
Kensei's just looking at all of you going.
I'm gonna use Indomitable because I still have it.
Guy, you should have another go without
And resistance again. Fuck, I did exactly the same. Literally the exact same roll. 15, 24, and 2.
Guy, you're spilling it everywhere. Stop.
It's hard to drink with a beak. I'm at a disadvantage.
Isn't that what birds do though? They lean over like bird tubs and do the thing.
Bird
We
tub?
don't. It's,
Bird bath. That's what I meant.
you take small beakfuls so that you can still breathe. You have malleable lips. I have a stiff, rigid beak.
It's also right. Okay, so you have your beak, right? You've got the cup. Bring it to the side.
Oh, let me just pick up the entire barrel and lift it into
Get
the
the
side
cup,
of my beak.
you idiot.
You can't do
Whiskey?
that.
That's
Pussy.
not
help
part
you
of the
lift it up.
competition.
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 Let's have a competition then.
Ken, hey, you be the judge.
He's not happy.
He's like, he's being outwardly calm. In his head, he's like, "Fuck all you."
I have a question actually. If it is not too sensitive, tell me if I'm going too far. Were you much of a drinker before? Do you like to drink?
You're allowed.
I highly doubt that information can't be blunt, surely.
Cue an immediate roller constitution.
Yeah, like- Maybe. I was a bit. I did used to drink a bit. Yes.
What did you?
Sure.
What?
the sake stuff that you said something about sake.
Yes, that's all I've ever managed to drink. I've never actually had one of your mainlanders' drinks.
I'm pretty sure I've tried that actually. It's quite something nice.
The zuck.
Yes, everyone goes on about ale and beer here. I've never actually.
Did your clan have a specific type of drink that they liked to have?
Dragon Spring sake.
That sounds wonderful.
Why does everything from the Pearl Isles just sound epic?
Dragon Spring sake. I want some of that.
Is it impossible to get here?
I haven't seen any. The Isles tends to have a more. How do I put this? They tend to favor their own isolation.
I see. They're not selling bottles by the dozen to
No.
outsiders.
I mean,
I'll
islands
be
tend
quite
to be
frank,
like that.
when I met Kyoko in Seal City, I was actually surprised to see a Polynesian selling arms here.
Well, we should keep
Till-
an eye out for it from now on.
Yes, I want to try some. What was it? Well, can you describe the flavor?
I think part of it is due to the situation. We used to drink it a lot after battles, or sometimes after celebration of a great achievement. It's part of the atmosphere that gave it its flavor.
So it tastes like atmosphere.
Tastes like companionship.
Yes, I suppose. Though the Dragon Spring was mainly favored by my clan.
I want to go there so badly. It sounds wonderful.
Anyway, am I judging your alcoholism now?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Let's go!
Well, I mean,
Alright,
we've already
so
read
I
our
guess-
save.
I guess you all tried to drink.
Yes.
I mean,
Uh,
I've
As
got
much as
19
possible.
I
overall.
think you got 19. I think Aria wins
Yeah.
that, right?
How the
Alright,
fuck does
yeah, she got the
Ariel
highest.
win?
She beat Eredhel by
Fuck
So
yeah,
that means we
man.
like a good drink,
So-
alright?
Sneaky motherfucker.
Who would like to tell me how this plays out?
Me and you guys still roll decent. I don't know if that's enough to get drunk.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're just
We're
rolling
drinking a
until we
whole
just
barrel.
We're still chugging from a
Yeah,
barrel.
we're all gonna be
I'm gonna-
happy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When you
Yes,
said
that
like
was
a
the
cask,
goal.
when you said a cask, I was thinking like one of the small kind of barrels this size. If it's
Yeah,
the bigger
I'm
one,
imagining the
then
big
that's
one.
definitely like 5 or 6 gold,
Yeah.
much less like
Oh right,
5
okay.
silver.
Well, I was
And I'm just imagining you guys rolling a barrel through the. Definitely,
It's
I just
canon.
imagine
We did it,
like
that's what we did.
Eredhel or Kensei just rolling,
Yep.
Yeah.
holding the
It's canon now.
Alright, I'll take my gold down to
up
45.
the hills and the
Yeah.
mountains and cliffs. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
I took
That sounds
another
like it should
4
have been
gold
a
off
bit.
my shit.
Strength.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's cool then.
The guy just
Yep.
throws
All right. In which
Barrel.
case, then, yeah, that as you like, you're not even gonna finish the barrel before you guys are fucking hammered.
Way.
This feels like a housewarming. Like this is our home now.
We're warming the house.
That's cold and it needs to be warmed up.
As they say, warm in the house, guy just produces flame and starts waving it around the room.
Whoa!
As the scene is just
Roll me a dexterity check. I want to see if you touch the barrel with it.
Okay.
No, that's not that.
Yeah, do it. Set it on fire. That one.
Oh, there goes that bar.
Natural. Oh god, do you know what? I was doing it for the meme, but now I've said it, I have to accept it.
There
You
goes
wave
that
it around, and you just throw it at the barrel. I mean, it is ale, I guess. It's not that explosive. Like, you touch the barrel, and I guess the wood on it sets on fire, and you just see it beginning to, like, crack and burn, and the ale is beginning to leak out. I mean...
I just look
Yeah, I'm gonna
at
put
I look
my
at
mouth down
Aria.
one of the holes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Aria's do
And
that.
Alice literally just
Save
goes,
it.
save the
Roll
alcohol,
me a-
and he literally just.
Roll me another con save, because you are fucked. I can't believe this is what this
me?
session is devolving into. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
my
it's
God.
not too much to make you throw up and die. I can't believe you rolled a 9 on that.
Throw up
Yeah.
and die.
Wow.
Yes, man.
I would like to see
Yeah, I
it,
mean,
man.
you're able to stomach it, but I'm going to consider you poisoned now.
Oh no.
You've got
That's how
alcohol
drunk
poisoning.
you are. You are drunk so much that you are, like, getting disadvantaged on things.
Oh
Alice is
no.
gonna refill his wineskins.
I have wine.
With the ale or
I
with
wonder
the ale,
what
yeah,
this
the ale.
does to the tadpole.
What does it... Wait,
Like
what?
getting
Well, are you
this
trying to
drunk.
poison the tadpole?
Yeah. Like, does the tadpole get poisoned too?
Tadpole's shaking its booty right now.
It's technically part of your.
He's
It's part of your
vibing.
physiology.
He's just vibing.
You got to remember, it's not for you. It's not just a tadpole in your mind.
Yeah.
It is part of your brain.
Yeah.
So it's part of your physiology. So yes, I suppose the tadpole is technically
I'm
drunk
gonna
as
try
well.
and like
Congratulations, you're the first person to get an illithid drunk.
try and produce like a psionic weapon, and it's just this wavy stick. Like,
It just droops down.
oh no, my sword
you
got
got
flattened.
I'm gonna.
You can't get your sword up.
I'm gonna
Wait,
use.
hang on. I can fix this. Can't say like this there again.
Sounding whip. That was a sounding whip now.
What's going to say, guy?
Can we save the barrel?
Oh,
I mean, Eredhel's got a mouth around it, and her like
I thought it was on fire. Or am I making that up?
it
Blast a hole in it.
kind of put itself out
Okay.
because it's alcohol pouring over it.
All right.
But like the bit that would have been lost is currently burning through Eredhel's system. So
Okay.
I want
Alright.
to turn. Move.
Okay.
get your own hole.
I have a few.
This conversation's getting
I have
fruity.
more. Wait.
Fine, I get the bottle of wine and crack it open and start drinking that instead.
Are we turning this into a bathtub or what?
Yes, bath now.
All right. I mean, how do we fill this up? Has anyone got water? We don't
Yeah,
have
I-
water.
Yeah, he just turns around and he does some like now that he knows kind of how to use magic and considering how drunk we are, he does some really like fancy little like wavy thing with his hand and wiggles his talons.
Yes.
And the barrel slowly fills with like fresh water.
Master
Did you drink
of the element.
Wait,
did you
it's-
finish the ale?
Yeah.
I was gonna say otherwise
Alright.
it's just ale water.
I've heard a bib
I just like to
with
think
your
that-
hair.
Guy so drunk he just misses the barrel entirely and just hits the floor.
I just
Oh, wait,
fill up.
there's
Do you
still a
know
hole
what?
in
That I'm actually gonna. I agree
Half
with that.
mending on the
I'd
barrel.
like
Barrel.
you
Suko's
roll me a perception check. This is you
Okay.
like gauging it.
Okay.
Oh,
18.
Okay.
Oh shit! Okay.
You have to grip onto the barrel, but it's impossible for you to miss it. You're looking right over it as you do your little finger thing.
Cast mending on the barrel to fix any holes.
Sure.
no, I'm gonna have to
It
wrap my
begins to-
mouth around it again.
Move your mouth or it'll weld into the wood.
Oh,
You're stuck on it. All right. Oh, Gaia, can you make some of those little flowers and we can put the petals in it?
What?
In the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast druid. I'm gonna try and grow like a bed of poppies.
does
On the
anybody have a
ground.
toy boat?
Let me look at the useless stuff I bought over the years.
Does anyone have
Oh,
You have
toy
a
boat?
crab. That doesn't
Um,
water, right?
oh.
Does it?
The crab. There could be like a little sinky toy, and I just pull it off my belt, or and plop it into the barrel.
I have my smoke orb.
That's not a boat.
We could
I
pretend.
always had a boat at
I
home.
get out the drift globe and I just pop
I-
it and it on top of the water and it just bobs.
I'm gonna use shape water. I'll take a little bit and then freeze it into a tiny boat.
Oh fuck! It's a boat.
This tub is not very big. We can't get in there. Only one.
Jeez.
There's
Well,
one
who's
at a time.
thinking?
You didn't think we were gonna bath together, did you, Zuko? You
No,
filthy
but
pervert.
we're all very dirty, and now we're going to have to refill it every time.
I can only refill it 3 times, by the way. But
I'm going to bed. I just go in the lamp on my own.
Okay. I go
The
pick
lamp
it up
just conks on
and
the
yell
ground.
into the spout. Good night, Zuko.
I'm gonna get into the barrel.
Wait, was that
fully
a
clothed.
knock? Stay here, you drunk fuck.
Hello?
I'll go get it.
I'm gonna go with Arya because make sure like someone
Yeah.
goes with you.
Aria's
barrel.
like tipsy, but she's not. Yeah.
Exactly,
Open
so
the
that's
door.
what he's going to.
And you see like someone in kind of like a nice looking tunic and fairly fancy looking clothing kind of stood there. They look like they're probably in their early 20s. They're fairly young.
Yes.
Ferra Carta?
Speaking.
That would be good.
The name's Jaron. I am here. He kind of like looks past you and sees like the clump of like
I
drunken
closed the door a
people
little
and-
bit just so you
Yeah.
Eredhel in the barrel.
Is there something we can help you with, Jaron?
Well, I did come on behalf of High Lord Theodore to welcome you back to the city.
Thank you very much.
I can see that you seem very busy.
Do you want a drink?
Oh no.
I poof out the lamp. Yes, please.
Oh, great.
Have a bath water.
What?
We have some ale water here.
Go
for
play
you.
with your boat, Eredhel. The boat.
Oh, the
is very
fucking
nice.
boat!
How can we be of service?
Well, as I said, I'm here on behalf of High Lord Theodore. I was simply here to welcome you back and
Thank you.
ask you to come and see him whenever is convenient. I can see that it's not quite convenient right now.
We will be sure to come and pay him a visit tomorrow.
We could go right now. It'd be fun.
So go. You see that pretty
Let's
boat?
go right
Oh.
now. We should
have a
travel on the boat.
Good idea.
We will be sure to come pay him a visit tomorrow. I promise.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
Yes, it has. And he turns and is just kind of like walks away, and you can see him like half looking over his shoulder, like,
Goodbye. Thank you for coming.
ah.
Oh, he was lovely, wasn't he? He was
Yeah.
very nice.
So nice.
nice.
I think they will be invited to the housewarming party. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's right now. Go get
I
them
can't believe he didn't want some of the ale water, though. It's right here.
Listen, it's for us tonight, okay? Just us, no one else.
No one else.
Kikoki, well, as you were.
No.
So, what are you doing?
Do we have our new stuff yet? Because we haven't rested, so
No,
technically we haven't leveled
we
up,
haven't
right?
rested yet.
No.
I will hang about and make sure people get to sleep comfortably.
Go on, I'm happy
Alright.
that guy who gets
This
sure
is
everyone gets home alright and sober.
Eredhel manages
Sleep on the
to
balcony.
pull herself out of the barrel, fully drenched in water, and she flops like a fish out onto the floor.
Oh,
Did you take your clothes off, or did you go in
No,
with the clothes
fully
on?
clothed. Fully
Okay.
clothed.
All right.
gonna-
Well,
I'm gonna cast polymorph and turn into a fish and swim around in the barrel for a while.
oh my god. Oh my
I just
god.
Roll me,
I just jump and try and cannonball in mid-air, turn into
I-
a fish.
I'm
roll
gonna
me a wisdom check. I want a wisdom check right now.
Woo! Oh god.
See, here's the best part, right? When he eventually turns back into a human, that barrel's going to explode.
Hey,
As you get excited and you look at the barrel and you run towards it. Woo! You jump up to polymorph into a fish. Woo! You turn into a giant shark and slam onto the barrel, and
Oh
then
my god.
you just flop around.
I just turn-
You are suffocating to
I
death.
turn back to myself. and just
Aw.
That's went a little bit wrong.
Sanity.
Which was cool though.
in the panic as he transforms back into Zuko. I'm still in like slow mo. He's a shark, so I just cast create or destroy water twice. So just 20 gallons of water fill the room.
It's how my shoes are wet.
You flooded the new house.
Oh,
You
we
were a
cleaned
shark,
it.
eh?
We
Yeah, it
cleaned
probably
the
helps
house.
to clean. Arya's gonna make the most of it and grab a broom and start sweeping and scrubbing away the grime.
But guys,
Aria, calm down. It's just some water.
We got to use it while it's there.
what is a shark but an accidental goldfish? Wait,
What?
What's a goldfish?
I need to sleep.
Can you go back into your lamp still?
I
Have
can't.
you already
Get
used
out of it.
I used it. I just went in there,
Oh.
and then I heard the guy turn up. But I was
I'm
curious.
gonna shout to the really drunk ones. Whoever goes and claims a room is king of the manor.
I'm gonna
I
bolt
run out
up
the
and
front
run.
door
and
Let's
fly
race!
across
Let's
it.
race!
Yeah,
I
we'll
see
just
it.
fly upstairs.
Go on, race!
I'm running up the stairs as fast as I fucking can.
I
I mean,
just
you
look at
bolt
Kensei.
upstairs to try and find the first room. So you have to run up to the third floor before you
I
find
just-
like the rooms.
I just run into the first room that's closest to the stairs, whether it be a bedroom or not.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess roll me a dexterity check. I guess.
Ah,
For those that are... Wow.
I feel like I'm a bit of a non-contender, so I won't even bother rolling. I just try and run. Like,
Seeing all these,
Wow.
seeing all these drunk guys going up the stairs,
What?
I'm like a goalkeeper in a football game. I'm going to stand at the back just in
How?
case any of them fall.
I'm with
Sure.
Kensei.
Kensei is the mum
I
of the
mean,
group.
I suppose Eredhel, you beat Alistair.
Yes! Fuck you, Alistair! I'm the king! Aw. That's quite sad considering.
Actually, that kind of plays on my trauma a little bit, to be honest.
Oh my god. I'll just kind of look at Kensei and be like, they are so easy sometimes.
This is easy.
Eredhel's on the brink
They
of
were
crying
out
about her
here
dad.
playing around. I said, whoever, is first becomes king of the castle. They shot upstairs. Easy.
I'm watching out to see if any of them are about to fall down those stairs.
You're muted,
Oh.
Ewan.
Muted.
They've disappeared up the stairs.
I tried this with my brother and sister all the time. It never fails.
You just hear from the top of the stairs, I'm the king!
How fitting. Eredhel is the king. Alright.
No one can do it.
Suppose we should get some sleep then.
What rooms are there all the rooms located on the top floor?
Yes, or as far as you're aware, all of the rooms are.
Is
located up
Alistair's the
there.
only one with a balcony?
Oh, Alice,
No, they
just passed out in
do
the
have
hallway.
balconies.
That's 'cause as soon as Eredhel beat him to the room, he sort of just passed out in the hallway.
Eredhel
gave
slammed the door on him. They're like passed out on opposite sides of the door.
Yeah.
That she probably won't bother too much about which room he takes.
Yeah, I'll help if Kensei wants to. If people have collapsed, I'll help just drag people into a room and make sure they're like at least in a comfortable position.
Alright. Yeah, you can go and make sure that everyone else finds their sleep, and find some yourselves if you wish. So, as you drift off to sleep, a night of rest does take you, as you are awoken the next day by the sun beaming in through the uncurtained windows, as you awake, probably on just stone floors in your clothes.
Wet clothes.
In some of you in wet clothes, yes. Many of you nursing an awful hangover. As you wake up, you can see from your windows portions of the city below. Most of it kind of like the exchange and that sort of area is mostly covered by fog. Certainly this early in the morning. But you can see the rise and the castle to the southwest of your fortress. But the morning is yours, Ferra Carta.
Can I just say before bed, like just for an hour, just before I went to bed, I would have practiced some more Persian.
and I would have sat there in silent judgment.
God, your accent's awful. I hate
Your accent
Westerners.
is kind of-
He's like, you realize you just said penis, right?
Well, I go over to check her notes, and it's just like that guy from Jujutsu Kaisen. She's just
penis.
Yeah.
written penis.
On a little note.
The most important word to know.
I can't say it's definitely Nanami
you
and
what I've been
Ari
working on.
definitely Gojo.
Yes.
I can't say. Let me show you what I've been working on. Penis.
Shotgun Toji.
Anyway, yes, but just an hour before bed, that's what she would have done.
All right, the morning is yours.
I'm gonna wake up, wring out my clothes, try and save some of the water from it for a drink. Because I'm parched.
Room next to Alistair, if they go onto the balcony, just hear him throwing up violently over the balcony.
Arya will go around and knock on all the doors and be like, "Morning! We've got a lot to do today."
Arya!
When Guy
Will
opens
it be
the
done
door,
tomorrow?
his feathers are somehow like all stuck facing the wrong way.
I expect you all downstairs in 15 minutes.
Fuck, it's like being at home with my mother again.
If you're not done in 10 minutes, I'll use the bell.
Kensei will come and eat your toes.
Oh, I thought he said bell. I was like, Kensei,
Yeah,
please.
Oh my god.
Silly children, I don't have a bell.
Whilst I'm waiting for them to come down, I'm going to continue just sweeping and dusting and clearing the space.
I think I'll go down and seeing you cleaning, I'll use levitate to get up into the ceiling and try and clean
Nice.
some of the higher
Get some of
places.
those cobwebs
Well,
off.
not levitate, like my flying speed that I have.
And we're gonna go through to Alistair, pat him on his back.
Morning.
Morning.
Ow. You're right.
I thought you could handle your drink.
Says the person who literally jumped in a barrel full of water.
I needed to wash. It's perfectly sensible. And look at me now. Clean.
Your clothes are still damp.
Or they will dry.
Well, while you did that, I just used precipitation and cleaned myself without having to get damp or wet.
Yeah, well, I can't rely on you all the time, Alistair. Sometimes just take a bath in a barrel. It's just the way that it is.
You confuse me so much.
Anyway, I'm going downstairs. If there's any breakfast. Downstairs.
Alright, so eventually all of you are able to congregate downstairs in one of the rooms.
Morning.
Why are you
Fuck
shouting?
you.
I am not even shouting, wow, you guys.
Yes, you are.
We need to get you better on your drink.
It's just the enthusiasm for making us feel pain. That helps.
I have not drunk that much since the turn of the season.
I haven't drunk that much since we were lost in the deep
Oh, we've
bay.
got 4 hit points now.
I haven't drunk that much.
At this point, Gaiac's just like sitting somewhere in the room, just sort of like staring into space. He's probably still drunk.
I just didn't sleep. He's just drunkenly staring up.
He's
He's
sat up
in a
all
little
night drunk
subspace
dialing a
and-
Sifa.
Yeah.
Why'd you never answer me?
So we've got to
Walking past
go.
the fortress just hears that.
We've got to go to the shop. Yes.
We have some things to collect, yes, that will be helpful for some people in this group.
Oh yes. Who was it that we were going to give them to?
I think Kensei was one. Because
There was the intellect headband,
Yeah.
the ring of
Kensei and-
levitation, and an amulet to resist mind blast. To be
That's
careful, all
it.
3 of those in the end.
Yes.
We are
Amulet
available for all three.
was shotgunned by me.
Which one?
Kensei got
The amulet.
Perfect.
Didn't Kensei
Yes.
did the one that protects his mind?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the circlet thing.
And
That
then
would
there was...
make his yes.
Ring of Levitation. I can't remember who we decided on with that.
I absolutely think Gaiac should have the ring of levitation.
You
He
don't
definitely needs
believe.
it.
Me and Guy can all.
I think we gave it to Storm.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because it
Storm,
would
yeah, we
give
gave it
him
to
better
Storm.
mobility,
Yes.
Nice.
which might help him get out of danger. All right. Are we ready? Shall we
So
go and
ready.
get you a big breakfast eat on the way?
Yes. I need
Alright.
meat. I need eggs. I need toast. Stop it, Gaiac!
What?
You made a
What?
face.
My player was laughing at what the DM put in the Roll20 chat.
Oh, right,
Eredhel.
okay.
You can hear them too.
when,
I
they,
thought it was just me.
when they get
No, I've
drunk
also
enough,
got
they
this-
can
I've
break
also-
through reality.
I've got this strange
I
man, Leomor,
kind
in
of-
my head who talks to me sometimes. Very strange.
Oh, no.
How many people does Gaiac have in his head now?
There's Leolor, there's Bumble, there's this. The weirdest one is a guy called Sam. Gets busy.
Damn it, don't
sometimes.
canonize it.
Let's go. We must sort out the kitchen
Bam,
so
bam,
we can
bam, let's
get
go.
some stuff and eat properly.
We should hire a cook.
We should hire quite a few people.
We should just get
earn more money
Burn
before
the
we
chill
do any
first.
of that.
Let's go get some food from a market or something and then go.
I just buy a sandwich or something.
A breakfast bap.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
Alright,
some
yeah.
buy a
pastries.
sausage, like a
Or
sausage roll
pastries
from
would be
HP
nice.
sauce.
Don't you mean pasties?
Pastries.
Pastries, like little sweet treats.
We can get a bit of both. We can get sweet and savory. We cover everyone. Let's go.
All right. So leaving the fortress back down through the rise, your best bet's probably going towards the large market, the exchange. You kind of get the impression that it's probably a few hours before midday at this point. You went to bed pretty late. As normal, the sun is difficult to see behind the clouds. It's thick overcast. It's not raining, but it is cloudy and chilly this morning. But you head down towards the exchange. As you approach the market, it's fairly busy. It's not as overwhelming as it is at other points in the day. But you can certainly find a market stall if you're looking for some food here in the market. Not just food, but a plethora of different stalls selling variety of different knickknacks and objects and tools and everything you probably think of is generally on sale here. But in terms of food, many different cuisines can be found here. Those looking for more Verlamise pastries and sweet treats, as Zuko mentioned, there's certainly stalls for that. More breakfast hearty meals, perhaps cuisines and soups from Dafid, or even some of the more unique items from Foyfort. They could all be found here in the market. So whatever it is that you wish to gather for your breakfast meals, you can certainly do so. And after perusing, you'll find it.
Can I just ask you, Ewan? You enjoyed
Alright.
it, sick bastard. Describing
that,
all
sorry?
his food to Kensei, honestly.
I know.
You sick bastard.
You smell, Kensei, some familiar Palesian cuisines.
no.
He's a
Some
monster.
fresh fish that fills. Oh, can you smell through the mask? I think we agreed you can still breathe through it, right? So yeah. So whatever it is that you wish to get, you can certainly do so, and then we'll say, just kind of for the sake of it, it'll be about 3 silver per person.
Cool.
For whatever meals that you're getting this morning.
I don't
Yeah,
have
just,
any
just out
money.
of curiosity, I mean, I don't know how this hasn't occurred to us. I'm going to look at Kensei. His chest is rising and falling, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay, so he's breathing.
I mean, yeah, I think we came to a conclusion, because it's one of those things that you kind of realise partway through, kind of things you don't necessarily think about, but he definitely is breathing.
Okay. All right, let's go get our stuff.
Good idea.
We'll
Alright.
head to Glynerin. It was Glynerin's place, right?
Yeah, the mystical emporium.
Yeah.
Indeed. Okay, so heading away from the exchange towards the Mystical Emporium. Let me find that. Where the bloody hell is it?
Number 6.
There we go. So it's only around the corner, so you finish up your food and just turn around the corner from the market, coming upon that unassuming building with that wooden sign depicting a wand and a vial. It does appear to be open, and you're able to push the door, and you can see that familiar L-shaped building, the desk and the 2 doors on your left as you open it, and on the right, where it turns to the L shape, you know there to be multiple kind of shelves and display cases with a variety of items, and then the more library-esque area above with scrolls and numerous tomes there. But as you enter, you can see Glynerin, whom is currently walking across. You can see just like placing a few potions into one of the cases at the very end, and as you enter, it turns around. Oh. Hello, it's been such a long time since I've seen you.
We are back.
Please come in. How are you, darlings?
All right. I can speak for my companions.
My head hurts.
We are much better to be in your presence.
Oh, nice one, Zuko.
So very kind of you. What can I do for you?
We have come to collect our items.
Oh, of course. Yes, just one moment. I put them in the back. Just one moment, and he scarpers away to one of the doors.
Quickly,
Heads
steal
in.
everything.
Take it all.
He
the
comes
bouncer
back
first.
out. He comes out a few moments later with a small wooden box and places it on the desk. Yes, everything's in here. Of course, there is the small matter of the payment. I was informed that you would be paying upon arrival.
Yes. How much was the total again?
6,000 gold.
Gold. Where's my bag of holding? I've lost it.
Some very interesting things to work with. I've not actually worked with many actual parts before, and certainly not an Eredhel. That is very strange.
How did you do it, might I ask?
How did I do what? Create these.
How do you put body parts into magical items?
Sometimes it's about harnessing elements from them. Others, small pieces, perhaps. I could describe it to you, but it would probably take a while.
Okay.
Just to clarify, the 6,000 does include the discount on account of us being lords and ladies of deep there. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
What about the discount for us being the most fantastic individuals you've had the pleasure of working with?
Oh no.
Also, I bought you some lovely pastries. I found them over in the rise this morning.
Roll me a persuasion.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, that one! with a +10 as well. What the fuck? Can I also use? Oh, one second. Let me just double check the rule for my amulet. I'm pretty sure I can use it on checks. Freaking hell, which one is it? I don't even remember now. That's a saving throw. Oh gosh, I don't even know anymore. There's so many talisman things. Bond of talisman? Nah, I
Natural 1 to an 11 though is
Natural 1 to an
impressive.
11 is a save. It's a save. All right, yeah, no, I think that's all I can.
As you say that and kind of like pull out the pastries, I'm actually allergic to pastry.
Oh.
Doesn't agree with my digestive system.
What pastry specifically?
It must be one of the ingredients in it. I've not had too much of a problem with other foods here, but
Perhaps next
the
time
pastry itself doesn't agree with me.
I'll bring you something different next time.
I will I will get together 600 platinum and put it on the table. Oh boy.
Quite a lot. We never get used to dealing with this much coin.
Certainly do not.
I will trust your payment on it.
Good money.
Can I help with anything else?
Oh yeah, I could have added.
Do you have anything new in stock since our last conversation?
Unfortunately not. I've been putting most of my time into creating these. It has been my priority. Some of them are rather complex items that have resulted in me spending much more time on them. Thus, some of their prices, you understand.
Of course.
Perhaps you could give us just a very brief overview of what the items do and how to use them.
Of course. Okay, let me just check. I have put a few notes in here to help you with that. I'll start with the simplest, and he takes out this small like almost brass banded ring. And you can see it kind of like glows with this faint purplish aura. This is a ring of levitation. Quite simply, it can be used with an activation word to enable it to give you the gift of levitating for a short period of time. That's what this one is. The command word is it's not given. It's something that you activate yourself once you attune to the item. So that would be on you to decide on something along those lines. I left it open for your interpretation. Takes out the headband, which looks like this, just a very simple metallic band with a few jewels on there. And you can see there seems to be like inlay where there's it almost looks like the grey matter of a brain, but it's like psionically running. This is a headband of intellect, as it's often called. Its main use is to grant an individual with a heightened intelligence, make them more aware of their surroundings, I suppose. It opens the mind. That is the primary use of this. And finally, takes out this this amulet, and you can see it's this silver chain with a silver like piece of metal, and inside is very clearly like a piece of a brain that is kind of covered over, almost like what I suppose in our world be like this kind of like almost glass silicon covering or resin, I suppose, that kind of clearly shows the brain underneath. So I used part of the telepathic brain for this piece. It should, and my knowledge on illithid physiology is all but naught apart from what I was able to take from the notes that were sent to me. But what it should be able to do is negate the effects of their psionic blast abilities. However, it is a very experimental piece, and there is potential for it to falter. And if it does so, it will break. I estimate that it's roughly around a 10% chance. But it should remain at that percentage. It doesn't gradually get worse. It should remain at that unstable state. But it could be, given what I've heard you're doing, rather useful, perhaps life-saving. That is what I've been able to make for you, with the pieces given to me.
Incredible.
We are beyond grateful for this.
And did you design all of these pieces yourself?
The ring and the headband are both items that they're more inspirations. Traditionally, the headband would be made with different materials, but I was able to use the pieces to substitute some of the other ingredients. And the ring generally is used with some sort of boots or shoes, but I thought that a ring would be more useful, and the nature of the telekinetic cortex, it was more useful over a small band rather than a larger piece like a pair of shoes. And it needed to be on a single piece as well, rather than two. There wasn't enough. But the amulet, that is something of my own design.
It's incredible. Very talented.
I do try. I hope that they aid you in your endeavours.
I believe they will. I think that is everything, yes?
I believe so.
Alright, we have a meeting with Theodore, so we must leave you. But until we meet again, Glennarin.
Before you go, we do have a few potions restocked if you require anything.
What do you have?
We managed to restock some of the healing potions that you did buy out.
They are useful to have. Let me have a look at the situation. From what I've got here, although I can't remember people we've used, Storm has got a greater and a regular. Zuko's got a regular.
I've got 2 regulars.
I think I used one of them for you.
I got 1, yeah.
Because I think while you were away, I think I used one. So you've got 1 regular. Arya's got 1 greater. Eredhel's got 2 regular. Gaiak's got 2 regular, and Kensei's got a greater and a regular. Have any of you guys used any of that?
No.
What does Alistair have any?
Nope.
None at all.
Clerics,
right.
no.
Shall we buy? Is it worth getting some more, or?
I mean,
How many
wouldn't hurt.
do they
be useful.
have?
How many do you have, Glennarin?
We have 2 greater and 4 regular.
Oh damn.
We did also bring in a new potion, a potion of fire resistance.
Ooh.
And so interests you. That sells for around 400.
Right.
Anything else? Anything a little exotic?
Unfortunately, not at the moment. But there are still some of the items that we had here last time. No one's come through to purchase them yet. So that which you didn't purchase before is still available if you are interested.
Alistair, do you want a healing potion?
I mean, I wouldn't mind one. It just means I'll be able to use my spells on you rather than myself. So I wouldn't mind having a potion or two.
Okay. How much should we buy all of them, or should we just get like a couple of regular? Or
Yeah, let's just get a couple because we've already got some.
okay, why don't we get one of the greaters and then like 2 regulars?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, sounds
How
good.
much for just 1 greater and 2 regular?
For one greater and 2 regulars,
Yeah.
did you say?
Yeah.
That would be 200 gold pieces. Oh, you have a thing, don't you?
200 gold.
No. What was your?
That's-
Hold on, because you have a discount.
Isn't it 10%
Yes.
or something?
I think it might be more than that.
Oh.
Lord and Lady discount.
Damn, I wrote it down somewhere.
I'm pretty sure you said it was like 50%.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure it's close to like 100%.
It's
We
like-
just,
yeah, it's like
rock
free,
up.
actually. Yeah,
it'll be
that's
it'll be
good.
fucking no percentage.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 50% on items and then and potions, healing potions for free.
Oh, look at that! You just lost your discount.
No! Guess we'll have to steal. Go back to stealing.
Yeah,
think
because
it's-
still in the poll works out.
Oh, here I go stealing
Listen,
again.
we were
25%.
sloppy, okay? We would have got away with it if we
Yeah.
weren't sloppy.
I gotta be honest, yeah, give it up.
It might be worth someone putting in the bag of holding for whatever reason.
Given our track record of thievery, I don't
It's
know if that's
25%.
I'll make a note.
So it is. It's 25%. Oh my god, 25% of 100 is 50, right?
Yeah.
No,
So
No, 25.
25, yeah. It's a quarter.
Of 200, 25%.
Yeah, of 200.
You said
Right.
100,
50.
but yeah.
Yeah.
oh right.
So it's 25% off.
Yes. So
150.
it will be 150 gold.
Perfect. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just making a note
1,
of the
2,
discount.
1.
Oh, it's just
Shut
gonna do-
your mouth. Right. 150.
150. Yeah.
No problemo. I will give them 150 gold. Calculator. Can't do this in my head. Okay, got it. 1,003. Perfect. I will give 1 greater and 1 regular to Alistair. And I will give the other regular to Zuko.
Q.
So make a note of that, lads.
Yeah, added to my sheet.
So Zuko, you've now got 2 regular. And Alistair has got 1 greater and 1 regular. Amazing. Save. Alright, I think we're done here.
Thank you, Glimmerin. Hopefully see you again soon.
As do I. Take care. Be safe.
Me too.
Shall we head towards Theodore now then?
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Gucci. What's Gucci?
What is this Gucci you mentioned?
So, in which case, leaving the mystical emporium with your new items, you head towards Castle Deep Bay, try and meet with Theodore. So out from the shop through the streets once again as the midday traffic begins to pick up, back through the rise and along the cautious winding road up towards the front of the castle. Once again, once you arrive at the gates and the portcullis, it is lifted and you are allowed to enter in, both for your position in the city, the knowledge of who you are, and your expectance here at the castle. as you head through. Though you are escorted, you know very much the way to Theodore's office. And as you get up there, into the waiting room, and knock. Hello, and welcome back. So, before we took our break, you guys had just teleported back to Deep Bay, had gone to see Sindri. Well, you were already in Sindri's tower, so had some words with Sindri where he told you of... sorry for the screaming kids in the background. Where he told you of an elf who had supposedly been excommunicated from the Empire for dealing in psionic experiments with a reference to being connected to using mind flayers somehow. He did offer you again to take the help of the Empire, but it seemed that what had initially been maybe a temptation to do so, you very quickly cut that idea off when he suggested it. After which you bought a barrel of alcohol, of ale, went back to your fort and drank heavily into the early hours of the morning. With the rise of the sun, you headed down to the Mystical Emporium, picked up the items that Eredhel had sort of ordered on your behalf, I suppose, paid the money, and headed to Castle Deep Bay, where you are now entering into the office of one High Lord Theodore. And that is where we pick up. So, as you step through the doors, you see Theodore inside once again, donning his another set of this very thick woolen regal clothing, as he seems to be kind of stood by one of the windows at the far end, kind of just standing there with a glass of wine. And of course, I've got to go get my prop because I have that every time that Theodore comes in, so give me 2 seconds. There we go.
Come on, here we go.
There she is. There she is. I always forget to put something in it. But there we go. So,
With our tears.
as you head into the room, Theodore turns round. Ah, welcome home.
Oh, welcome home.
I take it your ventures were successful once again. No painful battles.
We had to fight a monster, so...
Yes, me and Eredhel were eaten.
Yes.
I never took you for the Vor type.
Oh, wow.
Well, you never know until you try, and now I'm certain that I am not fond of
Wanted.
it.
Ah. Vanilla, I see.
Oh my goodness.
He is a devil, remember?
Yeah, true. He's definitely into some lore.
Oh, your fucking god.
So, I take it you have something to report. I assume that is why you're back. Oh, to pick up the items you requested. Yes, I have been notified of this.
Isn't there some ambassador
Meeting,
thing
yeah.
happening?
Of course. Yes, I was unsure whether or not you would be able to take it out of your schedule to be part of this. But you were requested directly to attend.
Interesting.
To bring you up to speed, I had been having some conversations via Raven with Queen Cecilia. Originally, we had suggested the notion of me traveling to Val-Aeria and to meet her in her court, but there have been developments and things I've had to take care of myself. And surprisingly, the Queen has agreed to be transported here by Eredhel.
Wow.
I believe that the desperation is kicking in, the realization of the severity of our situation here has pushed her to a point of requiring the use of things that she perhaps is a little tentative about.
Seems like a step in the right direction.
Hopefully so. She is due to arrive here in 4 days. That is when she is able to come. The ambassador has notified me that he should be here within 3, if winds permit. I think it goes without saying that the timing is more than a coincidence. I believe that Foyford wants to take part in the first meeting or discussion of the potential alliance. Quite what their intentions are difficult to ascertain. The political discourse of Foyford is a lot different to how we operate here, and I try not to allow my prejudgments to influence, but I can't help but think that they want something, or perhaps don't want something. A unification, perhaps, would be a great threat to their crusades.
We might just have to live with it, or else they'll all be dead, so...
That, unfortunately, as logical as you might think that to be, it is a naive perspective. They certainly have proven themselves to be dedicated to whatever cause they have, regardless of morality involved. If they do not wish to see an alliance that could destroy their kingdom, I imagine they would be more than willing to take down everyone with them. That is my immediate judgment. It is a difficult situation.
We might also just need help. If the Illithid
This
did
could also be true. Yes.
show themselves to them.
You mentioned in your visions an army marching west, no? Well, both Foyfort and Bellinor are to the west of here. And as we all know, Bellinor is occupied by their forces. Perhaps they've had a run-in. But even so, to travel this distance must mean something rather severe, and a likelihood that they had already wished to discuss with us before anything could have potentially happened with them. You had this vision around, 10 days ago now, to travel from Bellinor, even from ship, would be a longer trek than that. I presume they have been on the way for close to a month.
I have a question, and I can't remember if we discussed this out of character. In character, you said that the ambassador asked for us personally, yes?
Yes,
How
that is what.
how do Foyfort know who we are?
You're not the only people with the ability to gather intelligence,
I see.
whether it be arcane or not.
I see.
It is one of the reasons that I requested such a device all those months ago. It is useful to not have others scry upon you, but in their case, it is likely through intelligence.
That's interesting. I wonder if maybe they have had an encounter.
It is certainly possible.
No, we didn't. No, we don't have the psychic thingy up. Is it a good idea? I mean, it's Theodore. Should we tell him about what Sindri told us?
What about the elf?
Yeah, I guess he might be able to aid us in some way. It's good to keep him in the loop.
We had a chat with Sindri, your friend in the tower. Well, I say friend. He informed us about someone from who was expelled from the Empire, an elf called Aranon. He has taken refuge in a ruined village near the Schlixel territories. Apparently, he has very vast knowledge over the Illithid. It's specifically what he was researching. I wonder if having him present at this meeting might be useful. I don't know if we have the time, but an idea.
It could be useful. Depends if you believe further information on the Illithid is something you require. It could be rumor. So Sindri told you of this.
Yes.
How very like him to keep such information.
Our thoughts as well.
Well, how do you feel about this? I have taken on a role of attempting to take on the political side of this, that it might free you to be able to do what is required. So my judgments on the next or best course of action are difficult to say. That is also partly why I requested you to join me. I want to be informed on what you believe the next step is.
I believe the next logical.
Oh, you're muted, Mitch.
You're mute image.
My bad. I don't know because I was away for a little bit. Does Theodore know that we've started to tell people to come to Deep Bay to meet up?
I believe so.
He
Yeah.
does. Okay.
Yeah, I believe he would be informed of that when you were discussing it last time.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I believe the next logical step is drawing up a battle plan. When everyone's here and we've all got an alliance, well, the invasion is not getting any further away. The sooner we have a plan to fight this thing, the better, and the more prepared we'll be.
The difficulty is knowing exactly how to defend, how to fight this. At the moment, it would seem we are on a defensive. The only thing we can do is defend against an inevitable invasion.
Well, I've been thinking about it, and this war we're going on, it's going to be a defensive war until us or some other people can take it out from the inside. It's going to be a war of nutrition rather than a war of winning.
Indeed. There will need to be good communication and coordination between all involved. It is imperative this alliance is set as quickly as possible. We are quickly approaching that 1 month mark you mentioned. The next few days will be pivotal in the role of how the coast develops from this point. It will tell a story of whether or not we all die, or whether we unite together. That is my belief.
I like to think that under a threat of being all wiped out, logical minds will prevail.
One can only hope, but desperation can cloud one's judgment.
Well, this is why I suggest Aranon, because if it gets to a point where being on the defense is not enough, he may have answers about how we can go on the offense.
Did he also, Sindri also say he was not all there? Or
He might
Desperate
not
times.
be so friendly.
Desperate times.
But sorry, go for it.
No, he also said that he is the only known illithid expert.
Specialist, yes.
We need all of the information we can get. We only have one chance to fight this invasion.
And I would also dare to add that Sindri is a little unreliable on that fact because obviously the Empire would want to paint this individual as a mad, rambling fool. Don't give any credit to his information. Maybe he's just a nice guy.
We once traveled with a mad, rambling fool.
I've heard a lot about him.
We have a little experience handling them.
So perhaps a grain of salt, but a
Yes.
little bit of caution too.
Of course.
We do also have to consider that this may take time to find him, and he may not be willing to help.
That is the biggest problem with this, is it may take time to find him.
Do we have a place to teleport in near the Schlixel region after our recent excursion? I can't remember. Did we find a teleport circle in
I
any of the...
I don't think we did. No, it was a mixture of kayak flying and walking.
Don't worry about... Please, don't worry about that. I have prepared myself. I've done some studying and developed my teleportation circle spells, and I believe I can teleport us back there without the need of a circle now.
Well,
That's-
that is
Wow.
amazing.
That's great.
Of course, it's a little unreliable. I could send us halfway across the land, or perhaps into the ocean, or maybe blend all of our bodies together. That is
This
also
is
another possibility.
kind of like Arilla's abilities, yes? Didn't she do this with us once? That's how we ended up as a heap on top of Franca's table.
But remember, she's a noob, so...
See, there for that he was. Yeah, he was.
Oh,
Obviously.
yes, I'm so sorry.
Good
Arilla
point.
is a noob. Theodore, of course, is an expert.
Well, that certainly opens our options up a little bit, I suppose.
It does. A lot.
It does feel like a good lead. I don't know why.
He may have knowledge on where to strike, where it will hurt, is all I'm thinking.
Do we have another choice of something to do in these few days that we wait for this person to arrive?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I also should mention that David also knows about this meeting. Whether they'll be there is up to time, but David is definitely part of the alliance now.
I was going to ask that actually. Is that something that I missed as well? Did the raids, now that the
we
tried to stop the raids, have you contacted David?
I contacted the head of the king to basically be like, the raids have stopped now.
Lovely.
There's a meeting in Deep Bay if you want to join.
You say that the meeting's in 2 days, Theodore.
If the wind is right.
3 days.
Including today, in 3 days, the ambassador will arrive, and then
Celia the day
the
after.
day after, indeed.
Right, well that gives us a little more time.
4 days to possibly track down I don't know.
We've
You
seen
don't think
one
that
abandoned village.
he will probably ask something of us in return, though. Everyone does.
Perhaps we can promise him some fairy tale of re-establishment within the Empire.
He is studying the illithid, no?
Mm.
We
should
can give him a
dead
front
infant
row
body.
seat.
Yeah.
If maybe a bit much. Is it possible that we may be able to offer him asylum here in Deepburg? I say turn to Theodore.
No, I cannot make that promise. I have my feelings about Sindri, but I've never known him to be a direct liar. I do believe that the Empire believes the way he describes of this individual, and if someone is to be excommunicated from the Empire, they are either a grand ally or a devious enemy.
We shall just have to see which one he is.
I cannot lie, it does make me feel uncomfortable involving potentially a dangerous individual, especially bringing them in direct contact with all the key players.
What a better way, though, to keep him under your thumb is right on your doorstep. Keeping tabs on him would be quite easy. And if he believes that you're an ally, then who knows?
Perhaps.
And if it's truly,
Perhaps.
if it truly is so dangerous, then he will have no involvement. We'll leave him in the swamp.
Yeah.
We don't have to bring him back here.
It's true. If the rumors are true about his sanity, then
We
Take what
also,
information we can get and leave.
yes, we don't have to mention anything about the alliance or this meeting until we're sure that he can be trusted.
of course.
We could message Orilla and see if she has a opinion of him, just to give us an idea.
Yes, perhaps they know each
Good
other.
point. Yes.
Yes, she was also extradited from the Empire, right?
She's a researcher herself. Maybe they knew each other. I don't know.
True. We don't know if Arilla was exiled from the Empire. Then all I'm saying is that we can't exactly trust the Empire's opinion of people. They seem to be very dictatory. If somebody disagrees with the government, then I imagine punishment is quite harsh.
Perhaps that's our next step then. We go and find Orilla.
It's a good idea.
I just think the more knowledge, the better. We have solid ways to defend ourselves now.
Yes.
Now we need to know where to hit them where it hurts.
Yes.
We haven't made any advancements on figuring out where that large thing was.
That's another thing. He may know stuff about that, about how their whole
Do-
hierarchy or whatever works.
What was the name we were going with for that one?
Algonquin?
Algonthorn.
Algonthorn? Is that
yes.
what he was going with?
Yes, it was, yes.
Yes.
And it's all very loose, but we assume it to be some sort of leader. Is that right to say?
From its presence, yes.
Or at least a
That's
very
the vibe.
powerful member of their legion.
It does seem to be distinctly different and more powerful than the others that we've come across. Also, not in the same shape either, which seems strange. It didn't really look illithid.
No, it didn't. It looked completely different.
It had those three.
Orange
Eyes.
eyes.
That's right.
See, Eredhel
was-
does like a little shiver.
3 yellowish orange eyes.
It was enormous as well.
Huge.
Far larger than.
It didn't speak with its mouth either. It spoke directly into our.
Yep.
Maybe it just wanted to show. It just showed us what it wanted us to think it looks like to scare us.
Yes.
It's possible. But we could maybe do some research into creatures that fit that description. Dark underwater caves with, not underwater, but underground with water in it, right?
Yes, there was water.
That is another part of why Aranon's knowledge might be helpful. Like I say,
If he's an
They will-
expert on...
if he is an expert, he may know all of these things. May
Yes.
know. I don't know. But having a good idea of where to look for a base, whatever, is great knowledge for us. Because that means we can, go on the offensive.
Yes.
You could
Bring the
also
fight to them.
tell us where they could be, like, coming out of the ground. So we can set up points over there to make sure they don't get further inland.
He might not have that knowledge in particular, though. If he's researching
if he did
the Empire, then
Research on Illithids, he might know it. He did have
Sorry.
knowledge.
Yes, if he was able to obtain them, then he might know more about their locations and
that's
whereabouts.
true. You might have extensive knowledge of the Underdark.
Yes.
Speaking of the Underdark, the barracks that we saw in the vision, wasn't that in this part of the coast?
That's where Jala was headed. Have we checked on Jala? She seemed in a little bit of a...
We sent her a message, but she just didn't reply because she.
We sent her one after the other
She
day.
seemed
didn't we?
very
She seemed
frantic.
quite frantic, yes.
Perhaps that should be on our to-do list too.
That was in the that was underneath the clan lands, right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe we made the connection that was Razakzan as well, right? The city, where we saw all of those
Yeah,
indoctrinated drow and stuff.
where's my? I wrote.
We told Theodore that.
I don't know.
No, it was before we.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you learned that information when you were away from Deep Bay.
There you go.
So that is another thing to consider as well, because the clanlands is obviously next door to your city. Is that there is a barracks possibly underneath it, full of illithid soldiers and mind-controlled others.
That certainly makes me very, very uncomfortable.
Something that might be worth discovering from Aranon, if he knows, is how to spot if somebody is being controlled by an illithid. From the information that we gathered, there was an inference that people in power were.
I have considered a means of how that might be possible. I imagine that there are others that will come up with a similar solution. But I am not surprised that many of the regions here have not come up with this solution themselves. There is a spell that gives one the ability to detect certain how do I put this, types. One could detect celestial abolition or fiendish creatures.
Something that I'd like to put forward as an idea is that people are checked before entering a meeting where information is being passed around. Because, we all know that we're not illithids.
And
But-
we make a strict rule of no unannounced magic.
Mm.
It is known as detect evil and good.
Yes, detect good. Evil and good. I do have that spell, if it is useful.
I recently invested in some protection from those very same descriptors. It is a useful spell, but
Great.
unfortunately I can only do it on myself.
That protects from evil and good. I have that spell, if it can be useful.
I don't necessarily agree with the naming conventions, the idea of defined morality is
Very black and
slightly
white.
detestable to me.
Mm,
I'm sure you can
Binary.
understand why.
of course.
I bring this up only because it is a solution to ensuring that we have no unwanted visitors within the minds of people. But in addition, I would require one of you to be the one to do it.
I wish I could.
I can cast that spell if it.
It is important. My
You're right.
nature
Heal.
will be difficult to explain if others with similar skills were to use said spell.
A question on that as well. Alistair, do you know how that would affect me? I'm assuming that my mother has told you about our shared predicament.
Yes. Not too much, but I
I mean-
understand the idea.
If something does show up, like it would for Theodore, I don't need to tell anyone about it that doesn't know or doesn't need to know.
Right. How is she, by the way? Talking to Theodore.
She is Belinda.
Is she here?
She is.
May I see her?
I will not stop you, but I do believe that would be up to her. You are free to make leave if you would believe it to be an urgent conversation.
No, not urgent, just haven't
Very well.
seen her.
How rude of me. I have not even offered you a drink.
After last night.
Don't need a drink. No, I'm fine.
Right. Shall we make contact with Arilla and Jala? See what they have to say.
Yes, sounds good.
Actually, Theodore, can I just have a quick word with you in private?
Of course.
I've got a question I need to ask.
If it's alright while the two of you are talking, go and see if my mother will allow me in her presence.
Talk softly and kindly, I'm sure she will be.
Oh, you know how well she responds to softness and kindness.
Nice.
Well, you know the way out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and go.
For those of you, I don't know how long this conversation will take, Alistair, but
Should be very.
there is, the lounge is open to your requirement, whilst you wait. Gives a bow to each of you that leave. Assuming any of you do leave, you might want to stay. I don't know.
Yeah. Make our way out.
Well, I will. Okay. Those of you head out, able to kind of go down the hallway a little bit and find this lounge area. It's a fairly luxurious small room. It's more like a reading room or like a smoking room. There's a balcony that overlooks the north west of the city. And you can see like the library building that's like that matchbox building that's on the side of the cliff, and the temple directly in front of you. It's a very nice room with big sofas, a roaring fire, and bear rug. So, whilst you indulge yourselves in there, or don't, it's up to you. Alistair.
It's only a quick question. I think it would be great importance of me to know this, considering all the political stuff that's going on. But when I first came into Deep Bay, I ran into an old companion of mine, Asoshan, and he also mentioned that he was having a meeting with you, was he not?
Mm-hmm. He was.
Yes.
I recall it so vividly.
I would just like to know that what the context of this meeting was.
Okay. Oh god, I've been waiting so long. Sorry, hold on. Hold on. This is real excitement.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Been sitting on it. Okay. Yes. Well, you know I am not privy to discussing the dealings I have with other individuals. It would be unethical to divulge information like this. Why do you ask?
Well, you know he is my mentor.
Indeed.
I've trained under him, and if the conversation he was having with you is of use to me or any political dealings that is going on in the land, it could be useful to know moving forward. Not just in this conflict, but in conflicts that might arise in the future.
It does not have anything to do with the fact that he is a wanted criminal, then. Alistair, you insult me. It is. You truly believe that I would not be privy to information that important?
You would know. I knew you would know. I was just.
I will assume that is the case.
Yes.
And feign my complimentary acceptance. Far be it in the midst of forming political alliances with potential political alliances with the Kingdom of David, it would be more unethical of me to restrict information that could destroy our talks and relations. I did have a conversation with him, yes, some time ago. I dread to think how long that time has passed. Perhaps actually it is not even that long. So much has happened in such a... Sorry, there is... Sometimes people fly past the window and it is just rather irritating. I must tell the cavalry not to fly by this time of day when I'm conducting my meetings. As I was saying, much has happened in this time, so exactly how long ago it was phases my memory, but perhaps I shall start from the beginning. He contacted me sometime before our meeting, knowing of my contacts and my ability to find things. He requested something curious. Never heard of it before. Wanted me to look into findings, a specific... It was hard to really to choose exactly what he was looking for, whether it was an object or a place. I couldn't quite say. But he... Well, I found one. And I invited him to Deep Bay to discuss the parameters of our negotiation for the information and what I would receive in exchange. And he promised me a large sum of gold. I cannot lie to you, Alistair. somewhere in the region of 300,000 gold pieces. In exchange, I would give him the information he'd sought.
What was this information that he wanted?
He wanted to know of something that would grant him power. Something extremely powerful. I was able to gain information about a location that might provide such a gift, shall we call it. And he accepted the deal. I gave him the information and we parted ways. What I knew was mostly rumor, but I had been told that there was he kind of like thinks for a second. Where are you? Nope, nope. There we go. I was able to tell him of a location I had heard rumors of in the region northwest of Blackgate in the Great Forest.
You say west of Blackgate?
Yes, northwest. These rumors had come from one of the, I assume, monster slayers that are taken to roaming the wastes, the ashen wastes around Blackgate, and likely found some source of power. All I know is it was defined as some form of orb.
Orb?
Indeed, that is all I know.
Blackgate. Does that location match the map we saw of the orb locations?
Have you got the map?
Didn't Storm take it down?
Yeah,
Storm is
Storm
very
copied
weird
it
in that.
down.
Yeah, he copied it down.
Yeah.
I think it's in your... Hold on, is it in here?
I don't have Storm's sheet.
Oh, no it isn't. What? I thought it was in here, that's such a shame.
Storm definitely copied it down. Someone copied it down.
Yes, no, Storm did copy it down.
You did, yeah.
He did, I just thought it was in your...
Oh, the notes bit.
Is
Yeah.
it in handouts, maybe?
Rest Coast,
No, it is not.
Clanlands, Bladestone.
Well, I'm not gonna,
Pile
I'm not gonna
puzzle.
tell you. I'll see if I can find it in...
Northwest of Blackgate.
Blackgate's like
It's
south
down
of the Dune
this
Lands,
way.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's far away.
It's far, yeah.
There was an orb that was close to the Dune Lands, I think.
How many orbs are there?
Isn't there
few.
something like 7 or something?
What, 7
I think
left?
so.
We've
I think
got-
7 in
we've been in-
total.
We've got to 2, haven't we?
It's in
No,
the map's in the
yeah.
Discord.
The
It's in
map
live.
is in the Discord. Let's have a look. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
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 There's one right there.
Yes. Wait, no. Yes,
Yeah,
there's
there's
one north
7.
of Blackgate.
Yes,
it has to be the
Oh,
orb.
Demon's touch bit.
Yeah.
That's literally northwest.
Yeah.
It's the orb.
Alright, out of character,
Mhm.
just to the group. We've taken the one in Steel City and the
One
one
we
was
found, yeah.
one from the Shivering Sweep. Right?
Mhm.
They're the two
Yeah.
we know of,
We'll
yeah.
start with, yeah.
So
So
there's
the-
5 left. Well, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 5 of
4,
them we haven't
6.
touched or know anything about. Yeah.
What's 6? No, there's one right at the top.
Yeah, that's also in the
Yes.
first mission.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
But yeah, it's definitely one of the orbs.
All I know is that, well, he was very close-lipped about his intentions, and I, of course, did attempt to pry. All I know is that he has some plan, some ambition, and requiring an item of significant power.
you mentioned what kind
Exactly
of power?
what that is, I don't know.
Yes, power.
Say that again, please.
Did he mention what kind of power it would grant him, or just it would grant him power?
He wished for something that would grant him power, but exactly what he wishes to do with that, I am not sure. It sounded like he had some sort of plan or ambition, but again, I do not know the full scope of what that might be.
And he didn't let anything slip about this plan.
Not to me.
That's all you had a conversation about.
That, well, pleasantries, but aside from that, yes, it was a very straightforward deal. He was very intent on coming here directly rather than it being sent through through a raven or other means. Certainly very paranoid about the information.
You know if there's a way one could get there easily, rather than traveling.
If I'm honest, no. Unless you have the ability to transport yourself there instantly, but that would require you to have some notion of seeing, or to have an item from the location. My knowledge on teleportation magic is limited.
We're gonna do an insight check to see if that he's telling
Go right ahead.
everything, if he's trying to hide something.
Sure. Go right to hits. Oh wow.
Yes, that's a natural
Oh
one.
wow.
Fuck, that's my first roll of the day as well.
A +10 to insight?
Yep, and I still
Oh,
got that one.
Fudge? Oh, because you're wise, isn't it?
Never
Falls
lie
carries to
again.
wisdom.
I'm a
Damn,
wise
damn, damn.
motherfucker, but not today.
Alright.
Good
Well,
driver.
natural 1 for a total of 11. You guys are... You're bloody level, man. So... I mean, yeah, he's difficult. He's difficult to read. He's a politician. He knows how to kind of hide things, if he is hiding anything. You believe he's telling the truth. You think his description of why he would tell you the truth is a fairly valid reason. He doesn't want to give cause for negotiations to fall apart. So it sounds like everything he said sounds plausible and like he's telling the truth. If he's hiding anything, he's very good at hiding it.
Very well. You wouldn't happen to know or have anything from Blackgate, or know anyone who would have anything from Blackgate, would you?
No, I do not. Not personally, but I'm sure something could be acquired if you were interested in such an endeavour. I could also attempt to procure a teleportation sigil for you, but they are... within Blackgate, it is a very... I'm not sure your knowledge on that region, but it is a very
Well, shit.
It is the center point of one of the most destructive events in Val-Aerian history.
Would I know of that event that you're talking about?
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Because it's not really something to do with humans, and it's a very long time ago.
If you could grant any easy way of getting there, would be helpful.
I will see what I can do. An item from Blackgate that's tied to the region shouldn't be too hard to find. An artifact. Things are being brought back from that area all the time. Just not to the coast very often.
If you do procure anything from there, please let me know. I would very much like to go there very soon.
It is a dangerous place, but you have been far worse places.
Very well. Thanks for being open with me about that.
Anything in the name of democracy.
Bow to him and then walk out.
Alright, you head out of the room.
Yep.
You going to meet with the others?
Yeah, he's gonna go into the lounge, and you can tell Alice is sort of shaken up a bit when he comes into the lounge.
You alright?
Yes and no. So you know my crazy mentor, who's I've ratted up to my father. He knows the location of one of the orbs
You're kidding.
and a powerful item in there that he wants to get.
Oh.
I believe it's the one northwest of Blackgate. Meaning my mentor, and potentially the entire Court of the Scythe, knows about the orbs.
Or they at least know about one and will have a very powerful artifact on their side.
Yes, and he has a plan as well to use it.
Oh, it's just one problem
Yes,
after
it's
another.
fun.
What are the chances that just thinking of the best case scenario, what are the chances that plan is to fight the Illithid with it?
Very, very minimal.
Oh,
He
Zuko,
didn't.
But you're telling me there's a chance.
you sweet thing.
I'm pretty sure he would want to fight anyone but the Illithid before.
And
He
the
might
top of his
do it now.
list at the moment being yourself.
Potentially, yes.
This could be quite problematic then.
I have asked Theodore if he can get any item from Deep Bay, or not Deep Bay, sorry, Blackgate, so we can teleport there. If we have time to maybe get there before my mentor.
That's actually
But,
sounds incredibly useful.
at this point in time, we're just going to have to sleep easy knowing that fact.
Is there anyone within the cult that you know of that has the ability to teleport?
I'm pretty sure my mentor does, yes.
Then he would most likely already be there.
Well, he might not have a...
Well, he's also a wanted criminal, so he might have delayed that plan.
We can live in hope.
Until then, sorry.
No,
No,
go for it.
Until then, what is our next move?
I say we just go full speed ahead with what we were going to do.
This arrow
Aranon.
Individual.
Yes, he's the
Yes.
most important.
Do you think that we could maybe squeeze a little bit more out of Sindri in terms of location? Or do you think we've got what we're going to get?
Didn't he say he could pinpoint it?
Did he?
Yeah, he said he'd pinpoint it on the map for you, which I'm kind of assuming he did, but like.
Yeah.
Right. Whereabouts
he's-
was it?
So, let's pull you onto the rest of the scopes for a second. Let me get that information. So, he
Don't.
would have No, it's not.
Thank God.
I wish.
Okay.
I fucking wish.
It's not.
We're gonna
It's
maybe we
terrible.
could fight a dragon, but I don't know.
It's it is a village that is like deep to the east of Dayford, close to the border of Moorland, which is over here. It's
Okay.
not on the map, but it's
Okay.
the village of Val-Aeria. Got to remember, this is an old Restless Coast map. Haven't put the new one on yet.
Okay.
But yeah, it's up there. Yeah, just do that for now, and I'll deal with it later on. I guess we can just use that for now. Yeah. It's actually spelled with one L.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So if we can get
Actually,
teleported there, or even near there, and then I mean, we could just ask around, or
If we're quick, we could get it done in a day.
yeah, we could.
Wait, Storm, how many times can you use teleport a day?
Storm's not here.
once.
We can do it once a day, but it's a matter of materials. But I do believe that we stocked up on them a while ago.
We did. We bought lots of gem-laced inks.
So-
I'm right.
I think he's got like maybe 3 left in him. 4 needs to restock.
Wasn't?
I
Didn't
hope
somebody
so.
say that they could help us?
It's to get us
We've
there,
done.
but I'm talking about
Oh,
getting
get
back.
back. Right, I see.
Yeah, getting back.
That's right.
Doesn't need any components except for verbal for teleport.
Oh, really?
But circle
Wow.
is.
Oh,
circle
it's the
requires
circle that
components.
needs the... Okay.
But you don't. Oh yeah, never mind.
I think before we went on the, before we did what we did. Oh my God, words! Before we
What we
just
did with
did.
Gorilla.
Yeah. We stocked up on stuff for him, so I think he said he had about like 3 to 4 teleports worth of stuff.
Yeah. I remember that.
So I think we should be able to get back as long as he's got it prepared. It'd be nice if there was another circle that wasn't in Sindri's tower, though.
Yeah.
I hate having to
Sindri
keep
doesn't
going there.
Oh yeah, because if we have this guy with us, we have to
Yeah.
literally teleport him into
Yeah.
Sindri's tower.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Well, we
Yeah.
could
That'd be
utilize the non-circle
meeting.
teleport for that coming back.
Yes. So Theodore will get
avoid
us
that
there,
awkwardness.
but Storm is going to have to get us back.
But it would also be funny. to
Theodore,
teleport
Theodore,
into
I have to get
Sindri.
you there. What do you mean?
Didn't he say he has abilities?
There's somebody.
That was you
Uh,
and
yeah.
Ian Storm.
Oh, was
That
it?
That was
Oh,
you and
I
Ian
thought
Storm.
it
you were
was
being
a
Theodore. I
different
completely
character.
misread that.
Wait, hold on. What did you think happened there?
I
I'm
thought
very
you were
confused.
talking as Theodore that you could teleport now.
I
he was
thought that you
talking-
were
No,
talking as somebody
no.
else in the room. I was like,
No,
I've
it's-
missed
yeah,
something
it's Storm.
clearly.
I thought that was Theodore saying that, and I was like, oh great, Theodore can just take us there. But it was Storm.
Storm, yeah.
Has he got it prepared?
I assume so.
Don't know if he has it right now.
Zoinks.
Okay,
yeah.
someone
Decide.
someone contact Jay right now.
We need to know.
I don't have access to his sheet. I thought I did, but I did at one point. But I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's rested, so he might have decided to redo his spell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Might be on a plane.
Yeah.
Well, so worst case scenario, we're here for another day, and then we go.
Yes, I think what we should do though, Storm, if you would be so kind, or somebody else who can message, just drop Orilla a message and ask if she knows anything about this Aranon, just so we have an idea of what to expect.
That's right. We
She
did
might
say
not
that.
even
Alice
know him.
as well.
We also wanted to talk to Jala, right? And just ask her how that is
Mhm.
going.
Mhm.
Didn't Charlotte last time tell us she was sort of in a predicament and not to contact her for a while?
That was a few days ago. We could.
Mm.
It wouldn't hurt to check in.
Absolutely.
Perhaps
Especially
It's
if
a
she is in trouble.
might be a little too soon though. We could get it further in the mud.
I think we should do it anyway.
Just
It,
your
would, it wouldn't hurt just to keep tabs on her because she's in a very dangerous, precarious position right now.
Mm-hmm.
If she can't answer,
Right.
then
Short and
can't
sweet.
answer. Yes, so message Eredhel, ask about Aranon, and then just check in with Jala.
I can do both. That's would help. Alright. Shall I do that now, or do we gonna go to Eredhel
Let us.
first?
Does anyone need to go anywhere? Anyone want to go anywhere?
A bathhouse, preferably for a proper
Yes,
wash.
A
Mind you,
bathhouse. Oh, I do have to go
Um,
to a bathhouse.
I should probably
Is it? Yes.
how much time does it take for this circlet hell thing we got?
Oh yes, the items we would have divvied out. Who's getting what? Sorry.
I get
Dawn's
Kensei's
getting the ring,
getting-
Kensei's getting the circlet, and I'm getting the amulet.
Are there any
there's
now
one,
that there's go on, sorry.
there's one problem. This circlet is supposed to go over your head.
Yes, Kensei. Oh, I'm not there. Ignore me.
How do I?
Where's just a crown?
I'm going to take the circlet. I'm going to put on one of the horns. I'm going to hook it over and then just kind of loop it over a few times. It looks like a little key ring on one of the horns.
What do you mean loop it over several times?
I'm
It's
assuming
a
I
solid-
can twist it. Oh, is it a solid band?
It's a
Yeah.
circlet,
Oh,
right?
I thought it was like
Yeah,
a chain.
it's
I
a
imagined it as a
No,
chain.
no.
I don't do that then.
Arya's like
6,000 gold pieces gone.
handing out the pieces, just treats it like a horseshoes game and just throws it
I'm
onto
just
the
gonna
table.
try and like, I'm gonna try and do it so it like kind of like.
The
gets
mask
both-
doesn't cover the whole of your head. It will go over and like on a kind of like a crown on the back.
I
guess.
put his ponytail through it so it has like an anchor, and then just
Yes.
kind of.
I hit ponytail to it. So I
There
can-
you go. It's on.
As she's doing, I'm going, ow, ow, ow.
I mean, it goes on. You have to attune to it, I think, for an hour.
Mm.
But it all,
I think all of them are attunement items, aren't they?
I believe.
I think that's why some of us
so.
couldn't take them because I'm tapped. I got my 3.
Yeah, just out of interest, are there any magical items going now that people are tuning to new ones? Because, I'm a little light on the magic items front.
I mean,
I
I've
feel
only
like
got
we need to have
stuff.
a. Who's got what? Let's do a new list. Who's
Oh
got
my
what?
goodness.
I've got my dagger, the ring, and the. No, the cape isn't attunement. I've got my dagger, the ring, and my necklace. That's my 3. What's going?
I've got my armor, my cloak, and the drift globe, but that's not attunement. So the armor and the cloak, because Boobo's dead now. So.
Oh.
What's
Me too.
what's Alistair got?
Just the scythe.
Just the scythe.
Just the scythe.
Okay.
The +3 side.
Yeah. Is it? Oh shit! Is it +3?
Ered.
Oh, maybe it isn't. Maybe
Eredhel?
I think I might have actually.
I'll happily
misspoken
let it
about
be a
You've got
+3.
the coat,
Yeah, I've got the coat and the amulet now.
and now the amulet.
that. Oh, that's the fucking cult.
Zuko, have you got anything?
No,
You've got no magical items.
I do
It's
not.
trusty.
Oh.
Have you tuned to your lamp? Or is that?
I mean, my lamp is just my spell casting focus.
Oh, okay.
It is a very, obviously, fantastic
Kensei, you've
magical
got
item, but
the belt and the armor.
I was going to ask that actually. Yeah, is the Remorae's armor attunable? Is that an attunement?
I
item?
think you have
don't-
to.
I don't think it is.
Oh,
Actually.
is
Let
it
me
not?
check though.
Yeah,
And
'cause
Storm
the-
has got the mantle
It is not attunement.
and now the ring.
It's because it's just an armor made out of certain animal carapace.
He's got the mantle and the ring.
And
Such cool looking armor as well. I don't know if you've seen a picture of what it looks like, the inspiration for it. I'm going to put that in the Discord. Oh my god, it's pretty sexy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zuko hasn't got any magical items.
I do not. It's because I give them all to my father.
Perhaps you should keep some for yourself.
To be honest, I've been thinking about asking him for something back.
Don't you have... Oh no.
He had the armor, didn't we? We gave him the armor.
Don't you have the mithril-studded leather armor?
I do have mithril-studded leather armor, yes, but I don't think that is an attunement item. That is just an armor.
It has magical possibility.
That's right, yes, but I don't believe it's got a specific
We need
enchantment on it at the moment.
To get you some stuff, then.
Buff
Oh, we
me
don't
up,
need to, but
boys.
it would be nice. Okay. Cool. Shall we get somewhere a little private then, so that Alistair can do his thing?
Sure.
And Jace has told me that he will probably be picking teleport as soon as he levels up his sheet. Shall we go to the tavern, or should we just go back to the manor?
I'll say go back to the manor.
Okay.
Okay, are you waiting for Eredhel before you do that, or are you?
Yeah, I
Or
was
you
gonna
just
say we're
go
gonna
straight back?
wait for Eredhel because she's seeing her mother.
Yeah, there's like a waiting room or like a courtyard.
Yeah, so you guys are actually in a lounge at the moment. You're
Perfect.
in one of the
We will
lounges.
wait until we see her.
Alright. Cool. So whilst you are having this conversation, Eredhel, you're winding your way up one of the towers
It's a long way.
towards where you know Belinda tends to reside. Come to that doorway. It's closed as usual.
Knock on it.
Alright, as you rap on the door. Yeah, as you rap on the door, I think you hear her just... Who is it?
It's Eredhel.
Come in.
Go in.
Quickly now.
Yes, we're gonna go in. Oh, this bitch, I swear to God.
Step in that same very gaudy room there.
Basic bitch. Sorry.
You see that she's she seems to be like she obviously was walking from one portion of the room to the other. She kind of like stands on the far side away from you.
Oh no, you've got the circlet.
Hmm.
What do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to. Well, I mean, I haven't seen her since I've so I was kind of hoping for a reaction, but.
Oh yeah, actually she does, like she kind of says it and then is like taking in for a second. You look different.
Hmm. Remember the little problem I told you about?
Yes, it's all I have been thinking about.
Well, it's been fixed. So.
How?
I went to Circle of the Oracle. It's a dragon in the background, just breathing. And
You went. Well?
the Circle of the Oracle. Is the Sisters of Ogma.
I know who they are.
Well, they were very helpful. The Oracle. I don't exactly know what she did, but it was almost like a vision, and I emerged,
I
changed.
told you not to go and see them.
Well, they helped, didn't they? Surely that's the most important thing, if it worried you so much.
You told outsiders about our gifts.
I didn't mention you.
You don't have to mention me, Eredhel. Your existence alone, the knowledge of what you possess, is enough to alert. And then you allow this stranger to experiment on you. I don't suppose they told you about faith and religion and how important their stupid gods are to their gifts or miracles. They don't even know what they possess.
I just thought you'd be happy, is all. Problem solved.
Problem not solved. Problem transferred. It is good that you are not worried about it. I do hope that you manage to keep this problem under wraps and contained, but there is fear in the knowledge that some strangers know about your gift, and by extension mine, and all like us.
Theodore knows.
Theodore is a different breed. It is about being very select in whom you tell things to. Even your father didn't quite understand what I was or what I did, or about your training. He tried to understand, he truly did, but I don't think he ever quite grasped it. It's not a fault of his. It's just the human way.
Perhaps if you were more honest with him.
Perhaps. I'm sure our lives would have been much different if we had been honest with each other.
Well, I can see that you're not in the mood for being honest with me right now. I had hoped that by coming here and having resolved the issue, we might be able to move past the pettiness and the sneering down one another's noses.
What is it you want from me, Eredhel? What is it that you expect? Tell me. Let's resolve this now, then.
If I do tell you, then you have to promise not to laugh at me.
What are you, a child?
Strangely enough, Mother, your approval matters to me.
That's the first sensible thing you've said to me in a long time. Out with it, then.
I just want you to be a normal mother. Is that so difficult?
We are not normal people.
Is it so
These
difficult?
are not normal circumstances.
When I bring you a resolution to a problem to say congratulations rather than scolding.
I scolded you, Eredhel, because the problem, as I said, is transferred. I want you not to seek help from those people. True, I did believe they wouldn't even be able to, and somehow they've done something. But now a group with similar, different but similar abilities know of our existence. We know nothing about them. Our family is scarpered and dying.
Perhaps if you had told me about that family, I might have been able to seek them out.
That cannot be done.
Why not?
Because we must keep separate.
Why?
Think of it as putting a single torch is a light, but if you put multiple together, the light gets brighter, attracts more people. It becomes a beacon.
Would that be so
For the
bad?
safety of each other, we must separate. Yes, we must.
If we were a beacon to people, then surely we'd be able to help them. I'm sure that you possess ability that I don't even know how to touch on. If you
We
and
have
our
abilities.
family had stayed together, then perhaps this whole illithid problem wouldn't be a problem in the first place because we would know how to deal with it.
You know nothing of what happened.
Then why won't you tell me? You cannot call me ignorant and naive and then not give me any information. Instead, you push me away and scold me and expect me to know better.
It's hard to trust you with information when you make irrational decisions. But fine. It is no secret, Eredhel, that our group, the people like us, were forced from our homes, banished by the Empire, splintered, sent across the lands. And unfortunately, that is the reason why. For if we are seen, we will be hunted down. You should know this because I told you it when we first met, when you came to Deep Bay. And I warned you of Sindri and what he might do with the information. This is not new information, Eredhel.
Why were they banished?
For being different. Because the Empire feared what we will become. But we will not become it if we are all hunted down and executed, just as they would see fit.
What do you mean, will become?
One day, we will take back our place. One day, the Majocracy will kneel before us. We are more than what they could possibly hope to achieve.
You realize how insane that sounds.
There is nothing insane about such a proposition.
So where are they then? This miraculous force.
For now, they sleep.
So you do know where they are?
No. But I know they're out there. I believe it. Call it faith.
And tell me how I fit into all of this. Am I an outcast to you? Too human?
I had hoped you would embrace your side. I will be honest with you, Eredhel. You are an experiment. And all things considered, I believe it was a success. But one thing I failed to account for was that damned human tenacity of yours. I misjudged. I didn't think that you would be quite so passionate, so willing to acknowledge that part of you. But here we stand. We adapt.
I hope that in the future that we'll continue to be more honest with each other. I can see now that you do not possess the capability to love as a mother should.
Should. Curious. My care extends beyond simple maternal thoughts.
Of course. And I suppose your mother was the same too.
She was a powerful and admirable woman, yes. That sounds like a tale for another time. I think we've had enough discourse.
I'll be back in 4 days. I'm gonna turn around and go.
Did you choose the look?
I don't really know. Perhaps on a subconscious level.
I hope that embracing your human side will not weaken you.
Well, it stopped me from hearing voices, so it's a start.
She just turns around and
Yep.
heads further into the room.
I'm gonna go.
Alright, damn, fuck me.
What bitch!
Total.
I'm beyond the thoughts.
However you feel about it, you make it to that lounge area where the others are, and eventually you once again unite. What would you like to do?
You okay?
Yes, my mother's just a cunt. Let's go.
Wow.
Is this
Right.
strong
Well,
words?
not mixing any words there.
I
Fair
don't
enough.
say that lightly either.
I don't think I've heard you say that before, so yes.
And you walked away scot-free, huh?
Do you know what she said to me? Said, oh, beyond being maternal.
What, being maternal was beyond her? What?
I went into that room so level-headed, so ready for reconciliation. Do you know she wasn't even happy that the whole tadpole problem had been solved? In fact, she seemed more angry than anything.
But that is... We kind of expected that, right? She was against the idea of going there.
I just thought that maybe the idea that this problem had been solved might have softened that blow. But no, she takes every little thing and
Eredhel,
makes it bad.
Are you happy that the problem is resolved?
Yes.
I think that's all the team.
I'm pretty sure everyone in this group is happy that the problem is resolved.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not
Definitely.
trying to stab you anymore, so...
I mean,
I
you
mean,
did stab
You
me.
did stab.
That was deserved.
You also
I-
stabbed me way before it was a problem.
Well,
From a person
moving
whose
on.
parents aren't the nicest, I'll just say you might want their admiration, but for now, if you're happy with your actions, then screw what they think. You're the one saving the world, not them.
Oh,
What's
something
that?
else just on that. She seems to think that her and her little band of psionic users are going to overthrow the Majocracy.
A problem for another day.
I mean,
To the
oh, by the
left.
way, speaking about
Completely delusional.
delusional people, my mentor has figured out where one of the orbs are and is going to get the magical artifact to try and kill me with it.
Specifically you?
I think that maybe parents should just not exist as a concept.
Okay,
Parents
well,
figures.
Well, that is quite the
Um,
paradox.
I don't know about that, but perhaps let's go back to the manor.
Oh, shit.
I cut up the spout of my lamp. Father, don't listen to her. You're the best.
Oh, she's gone.
Let's go back to the manor. We need to
Right.
be in private.
All right.
Two dead parents. Sorry, guys, that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Also, Arya, who never met her real mother.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Parents
He says
suck.
that,
We
Guy
all have
just kind of
rubbish
looks
parents.
down to the floor and
Listen,
is
listen,
like,
we've all got parent issues. It's fine. Let's go back to the manor.
Somebody's got daddy issues.
Yeah, shut up, Kensei, just because you can't talk about yours.
Okay, well, that's the first thing we'll talk about as soon as you can.
Oh my god.
What are your parents like,
Fucking
Kensei?
hell. Alright, so where are you heading to?
To the manor.
Manor.
To the manor. Alright, okay, so for the sake of brevity, leaving the castle, you head back over to the fortress and able to do whatever you wish in there. So, what is it that you are doing?
I'm going to send a message off to Orilla and another message off to Sharla.
Yes.
Yeah.
Orilla's the one we're talking about. What's his face?
No, just
Aranon.
ask her if she knows him, what he's like, what to
What's his name?
expect.
Aranon.
Aranon.
Like Aaron, but with a non.
Okay. Non-Aaron's. Cool.
Not
Yeah,
Aaron.
yeah. Message to Orilla's being like, greetings, Orilla. Alistair here. We've got word of someone called Aranon from Sindri, wondering if you have any useful information on him. I believe that's 25 words. Like just under 25.
Yep. I don't believe I've ever heard of an Aranon before. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful. I assume I'm going to see you in the next few days.
I believe.
Until then, and that'll be it.
Fair enough. Sharla, just short and quick. Sharla, you okay?
You good, babe?
Are you
Like, how she wishes.
You don't have to use all 25. It's just a parameter.
You good?
You okay? You good? Not a mind flare yet? I don't like that
Okay.
laugh.
Alright. Put the message through. Yes, we're alright. Doing well. All things considered. I've managed to locate a few survivors from the tech on the Gloom Matrix Gardens. We need to talk about whether or not we make a strike down here. Keep me updated. I feel like I'm out the loop. That's it.
She's good, and she's managed to find some survivors. Did she mention she was going to make a strike down there? Like
she mentioned about making a strike down there, but like based on your that you need to talk so that they know whether or not they're like what they're going to do or if they're going to do anything.
Do you know about Deep Bay? Like the meeting in Deep Bay?
No.
She has not been informed.
So we could just message her back and say that we're going to have a talk with Cecilia and someone from Foy Fort about what the hell we're going to do next.
We are going to have a meeting with the Alliance in Deep Bay. If you could come along, that would be a good place to talk.
There's no way we'll be able to make it to the city again. I can't teleport, and
oh yeah, sure.
So we can just keep a
we're
post.
in the middle of operations down here.
Oh,
That sounds saucy.
Okay. I'll message back being like, okay, stay safe as you can. We'll make sure to keep you updated and whether you should strike or not, or when you should.
Alright. We'll continue to try and find anyone that we can, and then wait for your order on it. Unless our hand is forced.
great.
I relay that she's fine, got survivors, and waiting on our command to the group.
Great. Alright. So, I guess it's just a matter of finding Aranon.
Well, he's pointed out on the map, so he'll be in that location.
We can get pretty close with Storm's teleport, right?
Granted, it doesn't go funny.
I mean, if it goes funny, we just need to wait today for him to do it again.
If it still in one piece.
One element though, he would need to have something from there to guarantee to get there. He would be unfamiliar with that area, which means there is, I believe,
a low percentage, right?
A very, very low percentage.
But we at least have been to the Scale Skin territory, so we could be quite close.
Well, you could be on the other side of it and be like several weeks' journey across the forest.
Do you reckon that maybe David would be a better option when we travel from there?
That's probably even
will be
further.
Right? Yeah.
That's gonna, we've got 4 days to play with.
Yeah, so, based on just a description, there's a 25% chance of being on target, nearly a 50% chance of there being a mishap, and everything else in between is being sent off target.
That's not good. Not good odds.
So basically, and I'm just going to be honest with you, like, I will roll it at the beginning of next session. We'll figure out if you go there that you could completely go somewhere else. Just bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Worst case
it's not a guarantee.
scenario, right?
gamble.
We try it, we end up going somewhere completely wrong, and then we just teleportation circle back to Sindri's tower and we're like, yeah, we fucked up.
I mean, you could do that. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. That is absolutely something
Can anyone in the
to do, unless
party
unless I
scry?
fuck you right away, you know. Which I'm
Can
not
anyone in the
gonna.
party scry?
I'm not.
No, I don't think so.
Gorilla can, if
Do
we
we
are,
know
we could
anyone who
ask
can
her to.
scry?
Yes, absolutely, I can.
Gorilla can.
Rilla can, Storm can, I believe.
Storm can scry?
I don't know. I don't know if he has it on his sheet.
Jay.
Do you reckon?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Alistair can.
Do you reckon maybe Sindri
I'm
might
sure.
have something from
Oh, let's
around that area that maybe we could use?
He might, but he might be like, it's going to rack
it
out more debt.
It would have to be from that specific area, like maybe a stone from the riverside in that location or something like that.
Yeah.
Let me just check. You can. I think you can.
Am I high enough level?
So scrying, choose a creature, a particular creature on the same plane of existence as you. I do believe there is something where instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you have seen before as the target of the spell. So he would have had to have seen it. He'd have to have been in that location to be able to scry there.
But he could scry on this Aranon person.
He could certainly try, but you don't have a description.
We'd need to go back to Sindri and get a description, a
what this guy did.
vivid description.
I meant to ask that, I just forgot.
I wonder if there's anyone that.
But first of all,
physical description.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll just have to go back to Sindri.
That's if Storm can scry. I don't know if he can. I've asked
I mean,
him.
that's if Sindri also has a description or knows what he looks like now.
I mean, we could always ask Sindri to maybe scry on him.
You scry so that we can scry.
Yeah.
Or you scry so that draw it for
Wait
us.
a second.
Or let's draw his surroundings and then we'll go there.
Maybe we just take the chances and see if 25% works out.
It's not. I mean, it's not
Because
awful.
I'm gonna come out the other end of some fucking
if Storm
Cronenberg
can
monster.
scry, he will have a better chance of teleporting because he'll know roughly where to go. But he can't.
I mean, I'd just take 25%. Fuck it. If we die, we die. Let's go.
In the middle of the ocean.
The journey of
Yeah,
Ferra Carta
wait.
ends.
All right. I mean, well, are you wanting to? Are you doing this?
Now.
No, he can't.
No.
Jay's just told me he can't scry.
I didn't think so.
Right, I say we go back to Sindri and ask him if he's got a description or if he can scry on him, and that will give us a better chance. If he can't, then, I mean, we'll just have to take the odds.
Oh yeah, you need 1,000 gold crystal ball to be able to cast scrying.
Yeah, you need an object worth that amount. That's what's made me not take the spell because
Yeah,
don't
it's
have anything.
expensive. It's an expensive one.
It doesn't consume it. You just have to have it.
You just have to have it, yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Why don't Sindri just teleport us there?
Yeah, he could, but he's a dick, so he's not going to.
Because
Yeah, I could try and
because you're
schmooze him.
assuming because he would have to have it would be the exact same thing though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He hasn't been there either, right?
I've just thought he might have had like a something from there maybe to know about it.
I mean, it's just been so when you had that conversation with him, he was basically telling you information that he had just been told when he had contacted them.
Fair enough.
That wasn't information that he knew about being here. That's what at least that's what he told you.
I say we just take the chances then.
I mean, I'm cool with doing it. It's just everyone else.
Fuck it, why not?
Storm, I have a question. If we're inside of the lamp when you teleport,
Yes.
What was that?
would it shield some of us from the negative effects?
Wait, what was that again?
If,
Sorry, I was distracted by
so
the
if
voice
most of
acting
us are in the
used.
lamp when he teleports, will we be protected from potential negative effects?
From a mishap, yeah.
Bear in mind the lamp can take damage and be destroyed, and then we can. all pop
Well,
out.
if the lamp is destroyed, I'd say transfer any damage that the lamp didn't take onto anyone that was pulled out of it.
So it's at least a little line of defense.
What happens if your lamp is destroyed?
Zuko, what happens if
we all get popped out of it, and then I have to do like a ritual to get it back.
Oh,
okay.
not
Get your dad back as well.
Yeah, you got to think of it more as like a key to a demi-plane
Yeah.
rather than the demi-plane physically being in there.
Yeah. Alright, let's just hop in the lamp and take our chances then.
Okay, but first of all, are we going to try to schmooze Sindri for a lift, or are we going to just hope that a storm can take us there?
We could always try.
I really highly praise our schmoozing abilities, but
I think
Sindri is unschmoozable. He is an absolute.
okay.
prickly
Then we
fellow.
He would also ask for another
Can I ask
favor.
an important
as well.
question? If this goes wrong, are we going to be separated?
Storm, there a
Possibly.
chance we would be separated?
If we're separated on opposite
No, there's no chance.
Why is Storm Italian?
if,
The Italian or something.
if we're
I think we go
separated
for it. Fuck it.
on opposite ends of the continent, that's going to be a problem.
You know
Ewan,
what?
is
Screw
there a
it, let's
chance
take
we
a
could be
chance.
separated?
I have power over Storm right now. I could literally make him grab you all and teleport right
Do
now.
it. Do it.
Okay.
No, I'm not going
Wait,
to.
Let's.
Yes, go.
Is there any last things we absolutely must do that when we arrive on the other end we're going to be like, oh, I wish we did that?
Don't think
If we
so.
arrive on the other end.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Has anyone got any loose threads?
No.
No.
It's like-
Everything I need to do can be done whenever.
Got our potions. We've got our magic items. The meeting's in 4 days. It's just gaining information on the other thing.
And then potentially go into this orb thing if we find out more about that, but we'll see what happens there.
Yep.
Mm.
And also
Probably.
potentially going to the other Darbajala, but that's also, we're just waiting on info, right?
hmm
Okay then.
Yeah.
I think we should get as many of us in the lamp as we can, and then let Storm put our faith in Storm's abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
When
who
this
was
all goes
Outside
well,
of them.
we'll be back in deep later.
We're just overthinking it. It's fine.
It'll be
Who are the
fine.
heartiest of us who can take a blow?
We'd have to wait until next session because he hasn't updated his character sheet yet. But yeah.
It's fine. It's like 10 past anyway.
What's this? Sorry?
The Storm to cast teleport.
I think one of us.
I mean,
vanished
you've
with
already
this injury,
rested, so
but
he has
yeah.
got the spell.
But Jay actually hasn't physically updated Storm.
He hasn't updated his
No,
sheet.
I don't think.
So
But
Why does that matter?
He did say that he would do it as like at the soonest opportunity.
Yeah, I think he will probably learn it as soon as he chooses that level.
But he's already told me that he's learning the
Oh,
spell.
fantastic. Well, let's do it.
I know the spells that he's putting onto his sheet.
Oh,
He told me
brilliant.
because he wanted to do it, but he's obviously not here. So I know what he's putting onto the sheet.
Yeah,
The
let's do
teleport
it.
is
Come
the
on, because
spell.
then
It's
Ewan's
just-
got time to prepare, doesn't he, for next session?
Yeah, if
He-
we
like
go to
he
the wrong
knows
place.
he can roll it, and he knows if we're going to the wrong
no.
place or if we're going to the right place.
maybe maybe we should just try to get somewhere. Because if it goes wrong, it could set us back a long time. We've only got 4 days.
So
If
where
it
are
goes
we getting
wrong,
information
we can teleport
from?
back here after 1 day.
Exactly.
Rest.
If it goes wrong by all of us getting
Our
separated.
don't think
currency at
that's-
the moment is time.
That's not how it works. You'd all go to the same place. You
Right.
don't get separated.
Okay.
We might all die.
Because you're teleporting with Storm. Storm is the one teleporting you.
All
And
right.
so,
So you go with him wherever
just
he
to be
goes.
clear, the storm, like the spell the spell that Storm uses to teleport us, and the one he uses to teleport us to a teleportation circle,
A different.
different spells. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll still be
One's a
set,
7th level, one's like a 4th.
we'll still be set back by about a day if we do this and we fuck it up.
But we don't really. I mean, otherwise we're just waiting around here for a day to wait to see if people will help us.
Mm.
I think we just trust
I say we
Storm
take a chance.
and let's do this.
Take a chance.
I guess so.
Come on, Aria, you're all about
No
chaos.
thing that's done has ever gone wrong.
I mean,
Actually, I got given shit for being about chaos, so I
This
don't know
will
about that.
be-
Well, channel that energy now.
I am getting such mixed signals from this group. It's giving me a headache.
We've had to be so focused on our goals for so long. Let's just have one crazy moment where we have no idea what's going to happen.
Yes, we're all still a little bit drunk from the night before. Let's just do something.
I'm
no,
still
but
entirely
okay.
drunk from last night.
All
This is a completely
I haven't
reasonable,
slept.
sober decision.
Exactly. When it all goes right, we'll say we were overthinking.
I mean,
Do
nothing
it.
about magic is reasonable. That's what I've learned. But I don't. Whatever. I don't care.
now all I can imagine is like Storm just doing a line. Let's teleport.
That is literally what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's literally what's gonna happen. We have
Right,
no
let's do
idea what
it.
this guy looks like.
Let's do
no
it,
idea
come on.
where to go.
What's the vote?
Well, we know he's an elf, right?
I say yes.
I mean,
Let's
it's
do it.
democratic
All those in
anyway.
favour of
Chaos.
going say aye.
It's democratic anyway.
Yeah, let's do
I think
it.
Storm probably wants to do it.
For sure. Jay would be
Alright.
like, let's do it.
Yeah, Jay would want to do it.
So Storm, I'm gonna let him because this will he will be able to flavour this himself, but just for the
no.
time being, you kind of huddle together. Some of you unsure about this. Everyone having to like grab hands as Storm ushers a word, and with a flash of lightning,
So fucked.
all
I'm
of
not
you
gonna get
disappear. If you think the teleportation circle is bad, like this is the weirdest sensation. You obviously have teleported before. This is the first time you're doing it with Storm leading it, as you feel yourself being twisted and turned and bent out of shape and whatnot as
Oh god, those
you
quick
shift
claps.
through the multiverse.
Here we go.
Right, the dice
You
gods.
guys, we're
This
so
is how we
fucked.
die.
Is there a lot of black milk involved in this?
Okay.
I'm sure there will be.
When is there not?
All right. Okay.
So
I
fucked.
don't know what that
It's
means.
so. He doesn't know what that means.
Because sometimes low is good, sometimes high is good. They really.
I think I'm
We're
looking at. Oh, okay.
so
Never mind. I'm
fucked.
looking at the wrong thing. All right. Okay. So, let's see here.
We're so.
Which one is it? Oh wow. Okay. All right. So as you're twisting and turning, Storm's like, "Oh shit!" And then all of you get flashed by lightning. All of you take 3d10 force damage.
Jesus.
As you feel as all of you merge together at once, forming one gargantuan amorphous
I knew we were
flesh-like
gonna
creature.
bro.
As you like fly through reality. So that's 3d10. So let me roll that. I'm just gonna roll it on here for the sake.
Did you say it was
of
it was thunder?
Force.
force damage.
Oh, okay. I'm not resistant.
So you take 16 force damage. We need to remember to tell Storm he takes that. Imagine this just kills you outright.
It will.
Probably.
Just got art, guys. I'm just gonna remind you. Just got art.
Okay, once again, this time, like, suddenly, as you pulled apart into individuals, once again, still holding hands, as, like, you're being pulled, almost like spaghettification, like being pulled towards the centre of a black hole.
Spaghettification.
You instantly are in all places in the universe at the same time, and that information blows your mind as you take a further
Did you say that we are
3d10.
everything is real?
We're gonna die before we get there.
You take 15 force damage.
A further 15.
It's just going on. It just goes on until you arrive somewhere, by the way.
The fuck?
Shit.
Again, you take 3d10 force damage as you... this time, all of you kind of like... Your arms fuse together and you turn into like a wheel. And it just kind of like spins around. Oh my
stop
goodness
rolling.
gracious me. It doesn't stop. Okay. Is that different? Is that different? Nope. You take 3d10 force damage
Guys,
again.
I'm gonna die.
See,
You take 15
I'm gonna
force
die.
damage.
it was a terrible idea.
It was the worst idea.
Oh my
Nah,
gosh,
nah,
are we
I'm-
gonna die?
I'm not kidding. If we die, I need to leave.
Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm walking out.
It's the worst decision we've ever made.
Okay.
Oh fucking hell!
I don't care where we
Alright.
land now. We
Okay.
just need to land somewhere.
Okay.
Be careful what you wish.
This time, as you're being pulled through, like your minds are weakening, your bodies are weakening as
Where are we?
Hell.
as you don't take that damage, because suddenly you find yourself being pulled out from this teleportation as you fall. Well, we'll find out where you fall next time.
Oh,
mate.
Oh, I've taken more damage in that teleportation.
You don't take
than
that
I
final
have.
12, by the way. That's the final 12 there is
I
a
went
minute.
from
60
full
damage
to
total.
below
Yeah,
half.
that was
42
over half.
HP. I'm on 42.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on 53.
It's teleporting to someone you don't know is so dangerous.
Wait, Gaiak, how much
I
health
don't
do
know
you
if
have
it's that
total?
dangerous.
113.
Oh, we have the same health. Twinning.
Oh,
Wait, well, that
Alright,
last
so-
12 you say double doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, the 12 doesn't count. I was just joking with that
Whoa.
one, but you do take all the other
Damn.
ones.
with 140 to 80.
I like the idea that we were just traveling through a dimension made of black milk that whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
But we'll have to wait to see what Jake cooks
when
up for the
when
flavour.
Storm's flavor goes from being about like lightning and electricity to just black milk.
Hey, that's character development.
I love it.
Oh man, that is a phrase. All right, I need to write down the number.
It's fine.
I
We'll
love
just
how
jump in the
pissed
lamp,
off Al
have
is.
a quick rest, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, it's fine.
Depending on whether we're falling to our death right now or inside of a wall or
That's
something.
the point. Can we, like,
might
if we
be fine.
materialize, do we have to materialize on the ground, or are we going to materialize 1,000 feet in the air? Like, if this has
Those
gone
are
wrong.
possibilities, I
Like,
believe.
that's how teleport works. It's literally chaotic.
Yeah, you roll, so you like roll, and it can be like D10 north, south,
We
east,
could be
west,
in the middle
up,
of a
down.
fucking ocean.
You certainly could be.
It depends on what the roll was.
I guess if we're falling right, Zuko could pop everyone into the lamp apart from like Gaiak and
Yeah.
Storm, and then Storm could polymorph.
That, or we can polymorph and catch people, and there's
Yeah.
options.
Are you right there, El?
God, if we die before, I'm gonna be pissed, you guys.
All right, so unfortunately, Soundscape has stopped working right at the end there. It's not playing the next bit of music for me. So unfortunately, a bit of Spotify there. Rip copyright. So yes, thank you for joining us today. So that was a lot of fun. We'll find out exactly what happens in terms of where you ended up next session. So we're going to do our shout outs once again as we come to the tail end. So let's start with Maya. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Cut some
Oh,
shit?
damn! I stream sometimes, you know. Over on Animea. Not stream for a while because I'm a teacher. Kids found my profile, so now I'm paranoid. So I'm gonna start streaming again in August when I will not be a teacher. So yeah, come and check me out. Not being a teacher over on Animea.
Love that.
Awesome, that's brilliant. That sounded so unenthusiastic, but I promise it was. Sam, do you wanna chat some shit?
Yeah, it's Sam JKP on YouTube and Twitch. A couple of reasons you might want to check it out. You like Pokemon, you like Phasmophobia, inconsistent streams. Yeah, go on, you know you want to do it. Go follow. Yeah, buddy.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
I want
indeed.
you to be my
Mitch?
shout out every time. Oh dear. Yeah, I stream over on a channel with our friend Gaiak, aka Sam, and Jay, who's not here today, and also Ewan. We play on twitch.tv/Natural Wonders. It's a Star Wars Edge of the Empire TTRPG. If you enjoy TTRPG content and you like Star Wars, it will be right up your alley. So please come check us out. We just hit episode 50, and yeah, tomorrow will be episode 51. So very exciting stuff. Looking forward to it.
Awesome, thank you. And obviously, we also have our Discord in the chat as well. If you want to come and talk about D&D, see any events, updates on different streams and all that kind of jazz that we do, check it out there. As well as like maps and handouts and stuff. That's the place to see all that fun stuff. So, yes, I know you can hear the music. It's because I had to put Spotify on to play something in the background. But
My headphones just
I
died.
believe that will be us for the evening. So we should, I believe, be back on next Sunday. So the Discord will be good because that's how you'll know what week we're doing what. Because July and August are going to be kind of mixed a little bit. Obviously, people are away on holidays, and some of us have got some big moves to do. So we'll see exactly how that will pan out. So definitely hit the Discord up to see what we're doing when, because the other week we had Pete on for a game last week actually for one of our ICs. So if you want a chance to do that as well, that's good to do. All right. Well, with that being said, we will hopefully see you next
I'm
week.
just changing me
Oh no, what's going on?
headphones.
All right.
Oh. That was loud.
Bye.
Stay dirty.
Stay dirty.
Oi, 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 oi.